Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
If you're a Razorback fan, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas? What are you asking for? I mean, seriously, what do you want?
I want them to make a deep run in the NCAA basketball tournament. That to
Chuck's
me
first
is
on the
when,
list.
yeah, it's fun.
Chuck's first
That's
on
fun.
Santa's list.
I am. Going to a bowl game, deep run in the basketball tournament, going to Omaha. Those are the really fun things about being a Razorback fan. That's not too much to ask, is it?
I don't think you're asking enough. I think you got to think bigger, dream bigger,
The
Chuck.
Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night, love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo
There we
show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I'm just going to tell you, I don't really know what's going on outside. I walked outside this morning. It's going to feel a lot different when you walk out to your automobile this morning. It's windy. It's 60 degrees on the 18th of December. It's supposed to be 70 on Christmas Day next week. Last week it was like freezing cold. I can't make sense of it all.
Schizophrenic
Well,
weather of
affects my
Arkansas.
wardrobe.
Well, it also
And,
affects what you do with your. We know how you are about your thermostat.
Well, I am. And, you know, what really bugs me about this, and I was noticing this late yesterday, I had my leaves done too soon. You know, you can have your leaves done too soon. And that's what I did.
Chuck.
And consequently, not all the leaves were down. Neighbors' leaves weren't down. And now we've got a leaf situation again. We're going
Chuck.
to have our leaves done again.
Come on. That's brutal. That's brutal.
So that's what we're dealing
You
with
got-
today.
It is it might be actually, now that I'm thinking about it, this might be a two-leaf job situation, and we might want to make it one, but it's always going to be
Yeah,
two.
I know.
Or you're going to be wading through it.
These are real world problems because every year, you know, you have the goal of I'm going to wait this year and I'm only going to have my leaves done once. Because, I mean, it's not cheap.
Got to save money.
Or you got to do it yourself,
Yeah.
which is not going to
Well,
happen.
it's Christmas presents to buy.
So, you know, now it's going to have to happen again. We're
How's
going to
your
have to have round two.
How's your shopping going?
Well, it's, you know.
Are you still
I didn't do any yesterday, if that's what
purchasing
you're asking.
online and hoping the packages arrive?
I'm pretty much done. I mean, we're to odds and ends now, you know. And
There's no staying out of the store, is there?
Well-
you're just going to have. We're all going to have to get to the store, or as Chuck says, the mall.
Yeah.
At some point
that's right.
between now and Christmas.
That's right. We're going to have to you're going to have to go.
It's just going to have
It's
to
going to
happen.
happen. It's going to happen this weekend for a lot of people.
I got packages arriving every day.
Do you really?
Yeah. They're trickling in, and there they are on the front porch, and I had a nightmare that they got stolen off the front porch.
Yeah, that'll
the other
happen.
night, and there was no Christmas at Dad's house.
I don't know what it's like in your neighborhood, but in mine, when like a FedEx truck on a normal day, when a FedEx truck or a UPS truck comes barreling down the street, you know, you get up and you look. You know, what's going on out there?
You do,
It's
yeah.
happening so often
Yeah.
now. I mean, it's up and down, and I mean, you can't keep up.
Is that it? There it is.
Yeah.
Of course, now you get all these alerts.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
yeah,
on
you
your
know when it's
email
coming.
or
You know when it's arrived,
Your
and the whole
packages
deal.
arrive.
Yeah,
And you're
I
at
know.
work and you're in the middle of a meeting.
you're
You're
out
like, what
of
do I
town.
do?
That's right.
Or you're out of town.
Yeah.
Who do I call?
That's right.
What do I do?
I have this vision now of Chuck as Mrs. Kravitz, like looking out the window.
Oh yeah, I'm nosy. I'm the nosy neighbor.
Do you have that chair in your house where you can just pull the curtains back and you just look out the
It's
window?
not set up quite the way I would like. I know that chair, and I've experienced that chair, and it is it's the ultimate sign of success. Let's just be honest. When you've got that chair and you can see everything, that's when you've
Yeah,
made it.
There they go again,
And,
walking their dog.
I've had that chair, but not right now. So I got to get back to that chair. That's a metaphor for life in a lot of ways. But you got to get to that chair.
What are they doing? I haven't seen them before.
Yeah.
And then the guy that
these people?
passes your house like 5 times while he
know.
appears to
What
be
are you
on
looking
a
at?
walk.
What
but
are you
he's-
looking at?
Yeah, and then you realize he's on the phone.
Casing.
Or he's pacing. He's on a rough phone call.
Yeah.
He's out there on the
Oh,
sidewalk.
yeah. You can tell.
How do you get out of the house? How do
There's
you go
an
have
argument
this
going on. Yeah.
What's going on there?
Yeah.
Do you say hi when you go out for a walk in the neighborhood? Like when you pass people, do you give them the nod? Do you
I say hello.
Do you say hello?
I don't stop.
Do you fear being dragged into
No.
a conversation?
Well, there are times that you don't want to be dragged into a conversation, but
most times.
well, I didn't say that, but no, I mean when you're out on a walk, yeah, you see the neighbors or something, you speak. I am not a stop and talker, but I certainly will say hello.
Bart, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Another
Bart.
problem with the printer this morning?
Yeah, what's the deal?
Yeah, another problem with the printer. This time it was just out of paper, and there was no paper anywhere in the building. So
Oh gosh.
I improvised. I found some old stat print offs from football season and utilized those to print the show notes.
I had one of those days
I
yesterday.
got the box score to the Ole Miss game.
Yep, that's
on
what
the
it is.
backside of mine.
Yeah, you got some scrap
that's what it
paper.
is, yeah.
Yeah, I saw the same thing. It's we're gonna work through it.
Yeah.
I had one of those days yesterday that ended with me leaving. Like, had to get on a phone call, then I had to get out the door. I had to go pick Lennox up, and I get in here this morning, and I open my backpack, and my computer's not in there, and my laptop, and I start looking around my office, which on any given day just looks like. I mean, I don't even. How would you describe it? Just a
Tornadic.
yeah, it's like it's just stuff everywhere, and kind of organize it
You're being a little harsh.
day
on
to
yourself.
day, and then the next day it looks the same way all over again. Anyhow,
No, it looks terrible.
it's like the last place the last place I was yesterday in here was in the conference room. So I go down to the conference room, and there's my laptop and my drink from yesterday and my notebook, and they're all just sitting there on the table. I had completely forgot about it.
You walked into another room
Yeah,
and
I got on
entered
the
a whole
phone,
new
and
world.
I had to get my backpack, and I got to get my daughter, and then the next thing I know, I didn't even know where my laptop was. I'm hoping for a slightly different day today.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were doing the show yesterday, I had no idea that I would be in Lubbock, Texas on Saturday night.
That'll be big, man. That you do draw the plum assignments. I mean, that is a plum assignment.
They have a bye in the playoff.
So you're gonna go watch.
I'm
them
gonna
play.
be. I'm gonna
go to a sports bar and shoot some video or something. What are you gonna do?
No, they have a bye. So I'm going to, just shoot behind the scenes
I got
with
you.
the coach and the team, and
Yeah.
get a team meeting and get some practice, and say hi to the fellas.
Yeah.
And it's like literally go in there, do that for a day. Of course, they don't have that direct going from Lubbock to Fayetteville right now, so I'll have to stay an extra night.
Yeah. You got to get that early flight.
Yeah.
Come back through Dallas.
Come back through Dallas. Yeah. Do you know how far it is? Just out of curiosity, from Dallas to Lubbock, because I looked at flying just to Dallas, and maybe I'll just drive. Thought it was close.
It's a country away.
It's not close.
No.
I mean
it's-
4 hours, but it's
yeah.
not close.
Oh, Lubbock's a long way. It's hard to believe you're even still in the United States, much less Texas.
And then
It's a long way.
because I was handed this lot in life. I started asking myself, man, what happened? Arkansas beat these guys in the Liberty Bowl last year. Now I got to go to Lubbock to cover them in the playoffs.
Isn't it amazing? Here's the thing that I have noticed. I mean, we talk about Indiana, and it's not like it's, like you took a deep dive to notice. But we're not talking about SEC teams doing this. We're talking about a Big 12 and a Big 10 team doing this. And, that's the hard part in our league is you got to pass so many people. And that's the thing that's hard to understand and accept as fans sometimes is you don't just like go from, in the SEC, find me somebody that's gone from last to first. It just doesn't happen. So, yeah, I give Texas Tech credit. I'm not taking anything away from them. Don't get me wrong.
I had a heck of a year.
But
Heck of a year.
that doesn't happen in any league but the Big 12 in all probability.
Yeah. When did BYU join the Big 12?
A couple years ago.
Couple
Okay,
years
so
ago.
3 years ago, a team that played for the championship of the Big 12 conference wasn't even in it.
Yeah.
I mean, who are the Big 12 powers right now? To Chuck's point about who you've got to pass to
Depends
get there.
on the sport.
Well, I'm talking football.
Yeah.
Not Baylor.
Yeah, that's the other thing that has to happen sometimes is teams that have been good in the past, like Oklahoma State. When Oklahoma and Texas went to the Big 12, didn't you think, well, OSU, man, they're going to run right through the Big 12?
Yeah.
I mean, Mike Gundy had a whole bunch of 10-win seasons, and you think, well, they're going to win more Big 12s than you can imagine.
I give the Big
Next
12.
thing you know, he's fired because they can't win a game.
Yeah. I give the Big 12 credit. I thought they would wither and die. And they're a distant third.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Say it just like that.
They're a distant third from the SEC and the Big Ten, but they're very definitely third. I mean, they're so much better than the ACC, and there's good programs in the ACC, but conference-wide, the Big 12's done a much better job than the ACC has at remaining viable. In fact, if I was the ACC, I'd be trying to figure out a way to hitch my wagon to the Big 12 because that was a league, again, that, I mean, they appear dead, but they've been anything but that. And you got to give their commissioner credit. What's his name?
Brett Yorkman.
Yeah.
No, Brett Yormark.
Yormark.
Yeah.
Yormark.
Thanks.
One of those guys.
Yeah. Brett
Strike
Y.
that from the record. I can't have that out there.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Brett
Say it again. Say his last name again.
Brett Yormark. Yormark.
I said Yorkman.
Yeah.
I would never say that.
New York.
Yormark. Yeah, he
At
is.
any rate, he's done a good job.
Yeah.
And as a result of the wonderful job that he did,
Thankless
you're
job.
going to spend Saturday night in Lubbock, pal. So give him a high five when you see him, okay?
Oh, yeah. I'll see him at one of the playoff
No,
games.
I think that's great.
I call him commissioner, so I don't get into those,
Yeah.
those name things.
I understand.
I just blow right by that. If I see Petiti, do you want me to say anything to him, Bart, at one of these playoff games?
Yeah.
He'll probably be at the Rose Bowl. I'll probably see him there.
Yeah. Just stop.
Okay. That's
Just why don't you
just
stop?
walk away after that, or
No,
you want me to dig in?
No, just say, hey, why don't you just cool it for a little bit?
Is he going to be
Why
on
don't you
your?
just cool it, pal?
Is he going to be on your coal list?
Yeah, he's gonna be. That's a teaser. He'll definitely be on the coal list. Yeah,
How many people are going to make this list that Chuck's going to miss tomorrow?
I'm not sure.
I hope it's just endless.
Well,
I hope it
is.
takes like 3 segments.
He's
to get
only
through.
limited. He's only limited by his memory. I mean,
I hope it's like 150.
how many people has Bart kicked out of the game or off the planet?
just
in 2025 alone.
Declared to be a disgrace.
We are
Well,
getting.
we might go for some throwbacks, like people who maybe we haven't heard about in some time, but still deserve to be on the list.
When's the best and worst moments of 25 show between now and New Year's? The 2025 hot, everybody's going to do it. It'll be all in the news. You'll see top stories from 2025.
Yeah.
What are the best and
We need to
worst
come up with a different way to do that.
stories of 2025? Most of the football season goes in the worst.
Every Monday.
Every
Monday.
Yeah. The Alabama A&M game was one of the best moments of 2025.
Yeah. ASU.
Yeah. ASU, that's it, yeah. But that wasn't even in Fayetteville.
No.
If you were in Fayetteville this year, I hate to go down this road, but
Let's do it.
if
Go
you were in
ahead.
Fayetteville this year,
What the hell? Let's just feel bad. a week
Alabama
before
A&M
Christmas.
was the only time you walked out of there feeling good. Yeah. The opener. The very first game. Remember when we couldn't wait for college football to get here?
Yeah.
And I was
then-
driving
and then
in.
it arrived.
Yeah.
It sure did.
For a lot of people, not for some of us, but for the rest of the country, they had some wins, but not here. And I was thinking today, we couldn't wait. You're counting down the days to college football, and were there games last night on TV? Bowl games? yesterday?
Yeah.
And
Old Dominion.
Yeah, and it never even crossed my mind. But in August, if that game popped up in the third week of August and it was the first college football we were getting to watch all year, much greater chance that we're
Oh, we
watching.
watched Tarleton State, if you'll remember. The week before Arkansas opened. That was the TV game, was Tarleton State. So, I mean, that's, we watch anybody in August. I watch bowl games. I like even the obscure bowl games. I'm not saying I watch the whole thing, but I watch part of it.
Is anybody there? Did they have anybody at the game?
Yeah, there were a few. Yeah. I mean, these are all made for TV games. And here's the thing, and we can scoff at them, but the numbers, even on that lousy bowl game last night, and this, will be far greater, sometimes even double, to what, for example, Vanderbilt and Memphis might have been last night. College football, even the minor bowl games, will beat a good college basketball game in terms of numbers. And that's why they keep having them. ESPN owns them all. It's live programming, and that's what sells.
Who won that game, by the way?
Old Dominion.
Vanderbilt, Memphis.
Vanderbilt won.
Yeah, that's what I was more interested
Yeah,
in.
they
But
won by
you're not
7.
wrong.
They won by 7.
Never miss the first segment of the Chuck and Bo
Yeah.
Show. You never know what's going to happen. 6:17. It's Thursday.
17, wow.
Huh?
You said 17. I thought, wow,
6:17.
it is 6:17.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's also December 18th.
It is.
So you're
1 week.
7 days away from
1
Christmas.
week.
I think you've missed the window for packages to arrive on time.
Yeah. You got to go now.
Got to go to the store.
It's the weekend.
If you need an emergency contact, just write the Chuck and Bo Show. We'll be your emergency contact.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It's your final chance to take advantage of the end-of-the-year savings at Chevy of Fayetteville. For a limited time, you can shop over 200 new Chevys, all with the biggest discounts of the entire year. You can even enjoy financing rates as low as 0%, making it the perfect moment to upgrade your ride. Don't wait. These deals won't last. Stop by Chevy of Fayetteville and let Mark, Denver, and Chris help you find the Chevy that is perfect for you. Together, let's drive.
Distribution Solutions Incorporated began providing superior customer service back in 1997 based out of Harrison, Arkansas, and they're supporting our local communities today and always looking for professional OTR drivers. DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people, and when you work with DSI, it feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters. If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like walk-ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this. Kids, there's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
tell you one thing, but listen, what a great show. The best sports show in the state is, no doubt, the Chuck and Bo Show. No doubt about it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Coordinators were made
Yeah.
official. Some other staffers, Jeff Myers, offensive line coach, run game coordinator from Memphis, Larry Smith, wide receiver coach, and Noah Franklin, who's the strength coach, joining Ryan Silverfield's staff at Arkansas. The offensive coordinator, Tim Cramsey, was on the Razorback Daily, and a little bit from him.
Yeah, it's really still don't have my head wrapped around.
That is not Tim Cramsey.
That sounds a lot like Jim Harbaugh.
That is exactly Jim Harbaugh talking about Sharon Moore.
He doesn't have his
Not
head wrapped around
appropriate
it,
in
yeah.
this moment.
Got to double click.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna just tell you that it shows up. It doesn't matter. It shows up like there's 5 clips in a row from Tim Cramsey.
Yeah.
Jim Harbaugh's not even in my sight. That's from yesterday.
Yeah, it is.
It's just a thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really still don't have my head wrapped around it, Dan.
Why is it still doing it?
You got to double click.
I did.
That's
to have the opportunity to work with the type of kids we did there and bring that system into where we're at right now here in Arkansas. That's what I'm excited about. I'm excited about getting to meet these kids. And when I sat down and talked to them, the things that they talked about is what I feel is our strong point as a coaching staff of the standard and the camaraderie and the accountability of the players. Everybody being on the same page from offense, defense, special teams, to the community, to the weight room, to the training room, to everybody associated with Arkansas football. We all got to be on the same page to make this work, because there's a very fine line between wins and losses. What you do on a daily basis, what we're doing today, and when I get off here and what I do today, that's going to affect what happens in the fall. And that's a mindset we have. That's a mindset we're going to transfer off to the players and go from there.
We're going to go back and listen to that.
Well, yeah.
Very fine line between wins and losses.
That was Z.
Very fine line between wins and losses.
Yes.
Did he add a yeser there?
I think he said, I don't know if it was an amen or what.
Oh, man. Listen, has anything defined the Arkansas disaster more than that?
Yeah.
The fine line between wins and losses.
Oh, you're right. You're right. And it's just so true all over. It's not – we've had a lot of one-score games, but lots of places have one-score games, and there are fine lines every Saturday. It's amazing. You watch a game, and even in the games that turn into sometimes 10, 14, 17-point margins, there's 1 or 2 plays that allows that to happen. If that play goes the other way, you got a nail-biter right down to the end. So there is a fine line.
I played that Harbaugh clip so many times. Now I want to hear it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's go to that.
All right.
You want to hear that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Now, do you think it's going to play, or do you think Cramsey's going to
know.
play?
It would have been really funny if you just played a different Cramsey clip like 3 times.
Yeah, it's really still don't have my head wrapped around
Third
it,
time we've
Dan.
heard that.
It's a tragedy, and just praying for all concerned. I love my alma mater, love Michigan, but I love the Chargers too. And I'd be doing a disservice if I wasn't putting all my focus on this game. This is the most important game for us.
When's the last time you talked to Sharon Moore?
Haven't early December, but I have texted him.
Nothing since he was arrested.
Just text.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
How are his spirits?
I think it's a tragedy. It's the worst days of his life, and keep it together and take care of your family. That's that's the message, and getting spiritual guidance is really critical.
Are you helping Michigan at all find their head coach?
No, I'm not. All focus is on the Dallas Cowboys.
Wow, it's a tragedy. Yeah, it is.
Harbaugh's a really good football coach. And, boy, that's about it.
Say it just like that.
No, he's a really good football coach.
Let's elaborate.
He is a really good football coach, but that is that's pretty tone deaf right there in my mind. He's the one. It was his regime. It was all the stuff that went on while he was there that kind of birthed all this. And Michigan man. And now, on the other hand, His brother John, I really like. Coach of the Ravens. I've always liked him. I never disliked Jim. But this deal the last 4 or 5 years, this is all on him. It's the atmosphere that his regime created. And the athletic director has certainly allowed it to happen. But this is the shadow of Jim Harbaugh. I mean, this is his legacy. And I hate to say it like that, but it's the truth, and everybody up there knows it.
That's a good point. Is winning at all costs the way to go? Do you just want to win no matter what? Do you really want that to happen?
It is a classic example. Yes. I mean, it is a classic example of, and maybe, I don't know, I'm sure in their case they felt like that's what they had to do. But, I mean, they did scorch the earth to win that championship. There's no doubt about it. And there's a lot left for them to pick up now that it's over. And unfortunately, it spiraled into something that crossed away from football that really is tragic. But I don't know. I
think if I hadn't accidentally played that clip,
I know
you wouldn't even have got to say all that stuff about Harbaugh. And maybe we're better for it. I mean, there was just some truth in there.
I mean, look, we all screw up. And everybody does what they feel like they have to do. But that situation at Michigan, if you really peel it back and look at that, that's about as bad as college sports has to offer right there. I mean, it really is. And
then the coach just goes on and takes a job.
That's right.
A great job in the NFL.
And because it's sports, when he says things like, I owe it to the Chargers to have all my focus on that, we go, well, of course. I mean, he's got a big game coming up. Sure.
Because
that's completely understandable.
Yeah. They keep the Chargers fans happy.
But in real life, if you were to say, well, I got to go focus on my job, I can't be concerned about that. It's like, what? I mean, we wouldn't let somebody get away with that. That's just my thought.
Yeah, well, he's not going to be involved in the search.
No, he's not.
I mean, how could you be? You have a show cause. Michigan needs to separate from that. But who cares about Michigan, man? Other than
Michigan people.
Other than Michigan men.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, anyhow, there's, this whole college football setup now. We're hearing, we can pull this clip, Edward, I sent earlier. Maybe you have. But Jeff Traylor was talking about yesterday how the tampering that's going on, and Drink said it's not even tampering now because there's no punishment for it. So why do we even use the word tampering? But Jeff Traylor basically said that he didn't have players left for the bowl game. We'll get into it when we come back. But, I mean, it's a real thing. All the coaches are calling everybody that there is no, they're ahead of the portal. The portal's like a formality. It's supposed to be that the players get in the portal and then you call. That's not happening at all. The Morning Drive brought to you by Drive DSI, Distribution Solutions Incorporated, always looking for professional OTR drivers. They know the drivers by name. You're not just a truck number. They know their families too. And they want to welcome their team through the door every day. Great place to work. They know being on the road can be difficult. They want to get you home as much as possible. Vacation time matters too. Benefits matter. DriveDSI.com and see what they have to offer today. DriveDSI.com. 6:30 on December 18th. It's Thursday. Good morning.
There we go. Here we go. Let's take some personal shots. You want to? I mean, come on. Let's take some personal shots at him.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are your gutters ready for fall? Leaves are coming, and that means it's time to protect your home. At Hogtroff Gutters, they install high-quality leaf guards that actually work. Don't waste money on the cheap guards from big box stores that clog up. And don't get stuck paying triple the price with those big national companies. With Hogtroff, you get the best of both worlds. Professional installation, premium aluminum, and stainless steel guards, as well as a 20-year warranty. Give them a call today to schedule your free inspection or visit hoggutters.com. When something goes wrong, a car wreck, an injury, mounting debt, or getting denied the help you deserve, it's hard to know where to turn.
That's when Cadell Reynolds shows up. This is a team that fights for Arkansans. Personal injury, disability, bankruptcy, they handle it all. And they know how to get results.
You've got enough to deal with. Don't try to figure it out alone.
Call Cadell Reynolds, 866-314-3728, or visit CadellReynolds.com.
Cadell Reynolds, make the right call.
Chuck has thoughts. I want to have some coffee and let you guys roll for a while. This is going to be good.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
My biorhythms were like screaming over the weekend. I'm not going to lie to you. I felt it the minute I walked into the casino Thursday night. I knew it was going to be well. I knew things were going to go well. I could feel it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
877-377-6963. Let's go to Destin, Florida. Hunter is on the line there. It'd be nice to be there
Yes,
right
it
now,
would.
wouldn't it? Hunter, how's your morning going? We got Hunter with us?
We did just a
I
moment ago.
spoke to a moment
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hunter, how are
Hey,
things
good
in
morning,
Destin this morning?
Good morning.
It's nice. A little drip. It's a little foggy, but it's
Wow.
okay.
Sounds terrible.
It's not cold. It's finally 60. It's been about 45 for the past 2 weeks.
Well, good.
So we don't get that down here.
Yeah, I know.
I just want to say I'm happy, guys, that I did my research on the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator. I like the whole Godfather aspect of having this sleeper or the creeper defense. And then people are implementing it into their programs. But having the actual guy that created it, stands out to me. And then having an offensive coordinator that, I was a Bobby fan, but there's other offensive coordinators. So when you get somebody that can average 36 points a game, I mean, that's saying something. To average 36 points a game against all opponents, that gives me confidence that we're going to have at least a tight, decent offense, So going into the season, I'm excited, guys. I don't know about you, but I think they made some pretty good hires.
Well, the one thing that I did think Memphis did in that game against Arkansas, and I didn't watch them any other games, was, they were physical in their running game. And, I realized that throwing the football is a big part of it. And Cramsey comes from the Chip Kelly tree. And when you think of Chip Kelly, you think of throwing the football. But they ran the football in a physical way, too, which you've got to do if you're going to win.
Hunter, thanks. Go ahead.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks for the call.
All right.
What was he talking about with Ron Roberts?
So Ron Roberts runs what they call the creeper defense, where a linebacker will blitz through a gap, and a defensive lineman will drop into coverage to replace the linebacker.
Okay,
that's kind of the gist of it.
Points for Bart.
Hey,
good
boy.
job. There you go.
Chalk talk.
That's
Chalk
good.
talk with
That's
Bart.
good. Put it on the board.
Chalk
Let's go
talk
back.
with
Let's
Bart.
do the rest of the show from the conference room, and you just break down different defensive schemes for us.
That's kind of the gist of it.
You know what I thought we could do today was we could do the white elephant, dirty Santa, whatever you want to call it. We could do it the gift exchange.
I don't see any gifts around
Oh, that's
here.
not the Chuck Barrett I know.
Yeah.
The Chuck Barrett I know is the Chuck Barrett that makes up whatever gifts he has.
I got a couple of hats over here.
You make up a gift. No, we're going to do it. We're going to make up what we have.
Oh, I see. I see.
That's what
We're just
real-
gonna come up
back,
with a story.
Back when you cut your teeth in radio, that's what would happen.
Yeah, we used our
You
imagination.
would just weave a tale.
What's that?
Like the beginning of your radio career, they tell you, hey, go in a room and talk for 5 minutes about a rabbit.
Yeah.
And be entertaining. So today, I think we could do the gift exchange.
I got you.
And we could
Okay.
just
make it up.
Just make it up.
I got you.
And by the way, this quilt is not available. That's mine. It's not going anywhere.
Oh, I think we know it's yours.
Yeah, the background.
Yeah, it's not.
I see you don't have one yet.
No.
You're gonna go all
I
the
thought
way.
I might walk in today and it would have been decorated, but no.
You know what we should have done, and maybe we could do this next year. Is we'll put a tree. A Christmas tree.
That's what we need.
Over
We need
there
a
in
tree
Chuck's
right here.
corner.
No, we need a tree right here.
Right there.
And then go to the
I can
wide
see you.
shot.
I can't see
and,
you.
we can look around the tree and.
Hey, I did look this up while we were on the show yesterday. And we never got to it. But you can get the leg lamp in A Christmas Story. Now we can go as inexpensive or as expensive as you want. There's a 20-inch leg lamp that's $39, and then there is the actual replica lamp that's $239. The leg lamp.
Somewhere around.
I'm going to get it for you. I'm just going to tell you now. I'm not
Okay.
great with surprises.
All
I'm
right.
going to get this for you for Christmas.
Well,
but you got to put it over there next year.
Oh, I will
for the holidays.
I will. And but see, here's the thing. About 15 or 20 years ago, when people started figuring out you can make money on anything, they started manufacturing the leg lamp. I have a relative who has a homemade leg lamp. I mean, like the leg is from a mannequin. Like they found a mannequin and took the leg off the mannequin. It's like a home back in the day, you had to make your leg lamp as opposed to ordering it online. So if you would make me a leg lamp, that would mean something.
Can we like mold it out of one of our legs?
Simply clicking. No, you just find a spare mannequin somewhere. Yeah, I mean, wherever they got mannequins laying around. You just like pull the leg off of it.
Going to Dillard's and stealing a mannequin leg.
You wouldn't want to like cast Bart's calf.
No,
I thought you were going to say
you got to pull a mannequin.
I
heist
swear, I thought he
somewhere.
was going to say it was like the actual leg of Sidney Crawford.
No. You've got to actually have the leg from the mannequin and construct the lamp from there. Now that's what means something.
You try to.
You got a whole year. I'm giving you a whole year.
That's a good homemade.
I'm giving
gift.
you a whole year.
I mean, you try to give
you're
a
going to
guy
cross a
gift
mannequin a time or two between now and next Christmas. Surely.
Washington County website.
Just pop the leg off it.
Shoplifting a mannequin.
I mean,
no, not the whole thing, just the leg.
Right, took
one
the leg.
leg.
One leg off the mannequin.
That's right.
You don't even need
That's
you
not
don't
even
even
worth-
need the thigh.
That's not even worth
That
going to
way-
jail for.
What
That
kind of
way-
stories would that create?
Well, that way, if you were to come upon a mannequin and there was only one leg, you would know, well, they made a leg lamp. Somebody used that mannequin to make a leg lamp.
How do you repurpose the other mannequin that's now missing one leg?
Well, I don't
what
know.
do you do with
well,
that?
you use it for another leg lamp. I mean, I don't know.
What if you have a
Just
one-legged
model
mannequin?
shirts after that.
Now we have a one-legged mannequin.
Just saying.
Sure,
that-
it's very
that-
inclusive.
And see what happened to the other part of this thing. It's right over here. It's a lamp.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, mercy. This is usually reserved for like the first segment of the show. Today it's taking us a
we got
little
nothing.
longer
We got nothing.
to get there. Nelson's in Harrison. Nelson, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Man, you guys are working it over.
Yeah.
What you do with that mannequin, the one-legged mannequin, is you make it a pirate mannequin.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
big leg.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go.
They
Okay.
can repurpose
Anyway.
that mannequin.
So anyways, guys, this is what I got today. First off, I just want to say the Tim Cramsey thing was great. Loved hearing that. There's a lot more than what you guys played, but there's some great stuff from him. Pretty excited about that. The KJ Jackson Razorback Daily is awesome, too, because he had some great insights. And then also the Wes Moore, Danny Bill, if you guys haven't got a chance to get to that, I like what Danny Bill said about Ryan Silverfield. You guys hear? Have you guys heard that?
Oh, I haven't heard it.
Oh, yeah. Wes Moore asked him, said, well, Danny, he said, whenever you started talking to Coach Silverfield, was you thinking about Arkansas then? And he goes, well, he said, yeah, I had thought about it. And then he goes, well, when did he really get to you after he got hired at Arkansas? He said, he called me before he got on the plane. And he said, Danny, he said, I want to, I really want to coach you. And he's like, Coach, I'm, going to Oklahoma State. And he goes, well, let me tell you. He said, I'm going to be the head coach at Arkansas. And then he said, would you play? He said, I really want to coach you. Would you play for me? He said, yes. So that was Danny Bill said that himself.
Yeah.
So anyways, he said, I'm about to get on the plane and go to Fayetteville. He said, when are you going to be there? So anyways, I mean, Ryan Silverfield is working the angles guys, and all this stuff with him and these recruits and stuff, that ain't just popping out of thin air. This guy knows these kids, and he cares about their family. Cramsey, I like the way he talks, and the way KJ talks about the staff right now. I want to say this, guys. After seeing Vanderbilt play against Memphis, and if Vanderbilt is the best team in the SEC, I'm really excited about our chances this year, all together and in the SEC, because that was a slugfest, and Memphis is going through hard times. They're not a good team this year. But one last thing, guys, if we can get 1.25 million people in this state to just get $30 to freaking the Razorback football team? We will be fine in NFL. I mean, in the NIL. Sorry about that, guys. But I was looking through the NIL order last night, and you know that most offensive linemen that are high up, like 20th or whatever, 25th, it's like $1.6 million for these kids.
I know.
So if we could get enough money to give these kids $400,000 to $500,000, with Ryan Silverfield, we can get them over here. We can get them to Arkansas. They'll be on the hill, and Silverfield can get them to play.
Maybe wait
And
until
then,
after
guys-
Christmas to run that out to everybody.
So here we go, guys. Get on board. Get these hogs where they need to be. And forget all the past. Forget all the garbage. If you're a hog, if you got hogs on your truck like I got, you got hogs all over your house like I've got, and you got the hogs on your heart to get it done. Go on.
Bart, you speak like you're the only smart man breathing.
I take that as a compliment, I think.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yuengling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yuengling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. Hey, it's Bo. I recently got engaged, and Ben Blakeman helped me out. You told me the Purple Bag's undefeated.
The Purple Bag is undefeated, Bo. And not only are we where Arkansas gets engaged, but it's where our boy Bo got engaged.
I sure did, and now it's on to Christmas. What do we do now?
Purple Bag under the tree, Bo.
Take it to the next level with Blakeman's and my friend Ben. He hooked me up, and he can help you out too.
Let Blakeman's make this Christmas truly exceptional. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, because brilliance begins here.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Woodhouse Spa is making the holidays easier and more relaxing. Give the gift of calm. Woodhouse delivers a customizable spa experience with every service tailored to your needs. And Woodhouse Spa gift cards are as meaningful as they are effortless. You can pick them up online at rogers.woodhousespas.com. Or if you go in person and spend $250 or more, you'll receive a special holiday gift while supplies last. Woodhouse Spa Rogers in Pinnacle Hills or online at rogers.woodhousespas.com. This is not interesting. It's just interesting to us.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I can't figure out if Chuck's playing a role here, or this is how he feels, or if he cares at all.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
So I'm going to Lubbock, and you're going to New York.
Yeah.
It's a little different.
Well,
we stumbled upon a Chamber of Commerce promo on Lubbock. This is apparently what I'm in for this weekend. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
All right.
Want to see the Middle East, but on a budget? Visit Lubbock.
I said, what's Lubbock look like? I said, look like Iraq. That's like going to Siberia.
The landscape is incredible.
It's just flat, a lot of dirt. You see tumbleweeds going across like a Western movie, you know, dust storms.
Nowhere else can you experience something quite like this.
My mental image of Lubbock is coming in at the airport in Lubbock and having to stop the plane because a tumbleweed bigger than the plane went across the runway.
There's nothing better than looking out and seeing a whole lot of nothing.
Y'all hadn't seen a flat city till you've gone there.
It's so flat, you can watch your dog run away for a week.
So visit Lubbock.
There's nothing there but tech and dirt.
That's our slogan.
Sawyer did that years ago.
Bo's going
on
to
the
come
old
back
show.
in here Monday, and he's just going to smell like dirt. He's going to smell like a farmer.
Leave dust everywhere.
Yeah, he's got dust all over his clothes.
I remember when Bielema was here going to a game there, and you walk up outside the stadium, and it's like a tractor show.
Yeah.
They had just massive tractors, like new tractors, parked outside the stadium. It was like a county fair.
Well, you go to a Cowboys game, you got all those new Fords on those risers inside the stadium.
Yeah.
Go to a Red Raiders game, you got tractors for sale outside the stadium.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm
going to go see where all the money is. They got all the money.
That one guy does for
They
sure.
got all the money, and they've got a new facility, brand new football facility.
Yeah.
So
is that oil money? Is this guy? Is he an oil man?
Oh, that's a good idea. While I'm there, how far is
you go do a little drilling?
How far is where the Landman's filmed about?
Down there in Midland and Odessa, the Permian
Odessa.
Basin.
Yeah, all that. Yeah. I'm gonna go sightseeing.
Bo's gonna leave broadcasting and become a wildcatter.
I want to go to the patch. I want to go to the patch on Land. Bart hasn't seen Landman yet. Can you believe that?
Yeah, that's
It's Thursday morning, December 18th. The December 18th, the Chuck and Bo Show.
This fall, don't just pay for a heating tune-up. Make it part of a Paschal membership and get year-round benefits for your home. For as low as $8.99 a month, your annual tune-up is included. Plus, members get exclusive discounts on air, plumbing, and electric services. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your home, budget, and peace of mind with Paschal. Visit gopaschal.com to learn more and join today. And Razorback fans, we've got exciting news. Paschal is now proud to be the official air, plumbing, and electric provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more, they carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
All right, guys, holiday season's here, and you want to look sharp for photos, parties, and family gatherings. You've heard Bo talk about the Sweatnum Edge, their program built specifically for men, and now is a great time to start your own. Through January 1st, when you buy 30 units of Bro Talks, you get 10 for free. Step into the holidays looking like you just scored the winning touchdown. Call 479-383-2818 or visit SweatnumCosmetic.com to learn more about the Sweatnum Edge.
Hey folks, Chuck Barrett here, the voice of the Razorbacks. And if you're ready for freedom from glasses or contacts, there's only one name you need to know: McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's LASIK, clear lens exchange, or advanced cataract surgery, they've got the solution to help you see your best, no matter your age. Doctors Betts and Mengarelli are the real deal, 2 of the most experienced surgeons anywhere. They've even taken care of my eyes, and now I'm seeing the basketball court crystal clear. I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye, and you will be too.
For Chuck Barrett, I'm Bo Madden.
Yeah.
Good morning. Hey, kids, how about a bagel?
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
What would you tell Razorback fans now about where they are positioned to compete in the SEC?
Yeah, the investment that we have committed to make, and it's from the university, from the top down, from the system, the board, from the top down, it is going to put us in a position where we can compete to win SEC and national championships. I understand how important the success of our football program is to the health of our Department of Athletics, to the health of our university, and to everyone across this state, and we're going to get it right.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Well, you heard Hunter there in the open, and now we've got staff being hired, and the coordinators are making, I don't know, close to $4 million if you put it all together. And you got the first $2 million coordinator in school history, and Ron Roberts, the defensive coordinator. And now they've announced Jeff Myers as the offensive line coach, Larry Smith as the receivers coach, Noah Franklin as the head strength coach. And so, the staff's coming together in terms of announcements. We've seen the reports that were accurate, but they haven't officially announced it until these 6 coaches, and there'll probably be 3 more today.
And there will be auxiliary coaches, if you want to use that term, guys that aren't, part of the 10, but will still be part of the staff, and we'll hear about those, I'm sure, in the coming days too.
And the GM that was hired, Geiska.
Well, here's the thing to think about. We're going to get through this week. Next week's Christmas week. There's not going to be a whole lot that gets done next week, from a society standpoint. Then you got the week after Christmas, and then that transfer portal opens. So, it's right around the corner, and I'm sure the holidays, for many of us, will be a relaxing time. For them, it's going to be a time where they're working the phones. I got to say this, and I know that people have had all kinds of different views. We've gone through this as a fan base for, 4 or 5 months. I don't even remember when Petrino now was hired. I guess the 1st of October. So it's been a little while, 3 months anyway. I got nostalgic like everybody else, thinking that, maybe we could turn back the clock, because as many of us did, we all had front row seats for a really fun 2 or 3 year period of Razorback football there when Coach Petrino really had it rolling. And I thought about that a lot, and there was a part of me that said, well, let's just turn back the clock and go back there. Let's just go back to the way it was. I have to say now, I'm glad we've moved on. I'm glad we've turned the page. I don't know if Ryan Silverfield's the answer. I don't know about all these other guys. Just like I didn't know about all the assistant coaches Petrino brought in and Bielema brought in. Nobody ever heard of Sam Pittman before Bielema hired him to be the offensive line coach. We didn't know who these guys were. By and large, we couldn't name 5 assistants SEC-wide. But Hunter Yurachek went out and hired a coach, and I know that, as was the case every time we've changed coaches over the years, our fans and I and everybody else thought, well, every named coach in America is going to want to come here, and then it didn't really work out that way. But I'm glad we've turned the page, and I'm willing to give all these guys a chance. And I'll give Hunter credit for going out and making a hire in the face of all kinds of criticism, from the local people, from the regional people, and the national people too. Again, I have no idea how this is going to turn out, but in retrospect, I am glad we didn't try to turn back the clock. We forget how long ago some of this stuff was. Guys, it's been 13, almost 14 years now since Coach Petrino's last game as the head coach. I love Darren McFadden as much as anybody. I think he's the greatest Razorback ever, at least certainly in my lifetime. We put his number on a jersey. It's been almost 20 years since he played here. It's time to turn the page. It's time to move to a new era. It's, we get hung up, and all sports fans do, on nostalgia a lot. And we think about the good old days. Well, I don't know that the good old days were really all that good beyond, a short period of time. So let's see what we got. With every day that passes, I get a little more excited about it.
We're all a product of whatever we've seen, right? And that's why these coaching searches can be what they are. You're just picking names that who have done something at some point in the past. But what happens every year, Chuck? Every year, and it's becoming increasingly this way, somebody gets hired somewhere that's doing something that really hasn't been done there before. Somebody's making a name for themselves. Curt Cignetti's the easiest example at Indiana. That's the one everybody will immediately talk about. The Texas Tech coach was a longtime high school coach in the state of Texas. Now, he got a bunch of money, but that doesn't automatically lead to winning if you can't do all the other things that need to be done from a coaching standpoint. And coaching searches end up being a popularity contest, and popular is only from you knowing who those people are. But there are so many coaches out there. I mean, would you have in a million years thought Alex Mortensen was going to be the next head coach at UAB? And we don't know what's going to happen at most of these jobs. And when you see proven coaches that are still, let's say, under 55, move like a Lane Kiffin from one job to the other, they're doing it at the biggest, powerful programs in college football. But everybody else is not. I mean, I'm talking about, 5, 10 programs? Everybody else is not doing that. And it's interesting that Hunter did what he did. And I think that might have been a hard thing for a lot of people to do because he didn't worry about winning the popularity contest. Now, whether it works out or not, we'll all see. But as a leader, you got to do what you think the best move is and not worry about all of that and just deal with the whatever gets said at the very beginning and let it play out. And we saw how quickly things changed from the moment Silverfield was hired after people got to know him a little bit and how they felt about it.
This is going to sound a little cynical, but I've been around long enough. What people say in the aftermath of being hired goes in one ear and out the other with me. And I say that respectfully. I've seen guys win and lose press conferences, and I'm not swayed by either one anymore. A guy can be terrible at a press conference. That doesn't mean anything to me. Guy can be great. That really doesn't mean anything to me either. What was the one thing that killed Arkansas last year? Why did we lose so many football games?
Turnovers.
Exactly. That is exactly why Arkansas lost so many games last year. All right? If you're going to go hire a new coach, if you're going to go hire a guy that you want to turn around your program, the first thing I'm going to be looking for as the hirer is a guy that's good at all the things we've been bad at. And the thing we've been worst at the last few years is turning over the football. So if I'm out and I'm doing a search, I want to find a guy that's been really good at that. And, hey, I'll give our boy Clay credit on this. His last column, he wrote a really good column, and he looked at turnover numbers. Arkansas this year, -9 in turnover margin. Memphis, +9. Last year, Arkansas, -8. Memphis, +18, second nationally, first in their conference. Arkansas, the year before, 23, a little bit better there, -1. Memphis, +5. 2022, Arkansas, even turnover margin. Memphis, +8. Now, that's how you win and lose football games. You win and lose football games in the waning moments oftentimes. What's the common denominator in a lot of these one-possession losses? Turnovers. Turnovers late in the game. So once we get past the popularity and once we get past that, well, that coach is really good at turning a phrase. I saw him on ESPN. I really liked him. Let's get into the weeds. Let's get into what really wins and loses football games. And that's why the criticism that he's taken over this hire is, in my judgment, way over the top. Now, has he done it at this level? No. Do we know if he can? Absolutely not. We didn't know if Nolan Richardson could do it either. We didn't know if Eddie Sutton could do it either. Houston Nutt had not won at the SEC level, and he ended up going 75-48. I mean, we've had lots of guys come in here that have not done it at the SEC level. We've had lots of guys come in here who haven't done it at the SEC level who've been terrible. But when you look at Silverfield's track record, when you really look at it, it screams success. And that's why he's won, and that's why he has this job now.
Yeah, 877-377-6963 if you want to get in here. Hey, we've been telling you about Woodhouse Spas in Rogers. Woodhouse Spa, rogers.woodhousespa.com if you want to check out their website. Great idea for the holidays. It's as effortless as it is meaningful to get a gift card. If you go in there and get a $250 purchase or more, they'll have a special gift for you. They got some really nice things, but you got to go in the spa to get that gift for you when you make that purchase. In the meantime, we're giving away a $250 gift card here at the Chuck and Bo Show. All you've got to do is log on to chuckandboshow.com, chuckandboshow.com. You'll see a spot to put your email. All you do is enter your email, and you're registered just like that. You'll get a return email that just says you're in. You don't have to do anything else, no more information. You don't have to fill out a survey. You just put in your email. Go to chuckandboshow.com, www.chuckandboshow.com. Does anybody say www anymore before a website?
I don't believe so.
www.chuckandboshow.com. And by the way, Chuck, it is a beautiful website.
It is.
I
looked at it.
Bart built the website.
It's been updated
for this. What?
Yeah, go take a look.
What? Whoa! We got to log on right now. Whoa! You guys modified it after yesterday's show.
The scenery has changed.
Oh, I got to see. You should do this every day.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Wow, we got.
Is that real grass or is that field turf?
That's real grass.
Where do you enter? Where do you enter? I can't find the spot.
Well, enter your email right there in the middle.
You can't find the spot?
It's right there on the chalk
That's all
line.
there is on the page.
Yeah.
What website did you go to?
I'm clicking on it.
I had it
can't
set up
see
as my home screen yesterday, and I'm going to have to change it now.
Where's the spot?
Have you already entered to win?
Yes.
Well.
Oh, you've already entered to win. See, I've not entered to win, so therefore mine still pops up. See?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got the deal right there.
All right. Wait,
That's concerning,
Wow.
though, that it's not there.
well, that's because I already.
How many different emails can I put into this thing?
I mean, you are. Oh, no, it popped up.
Okay.
Okay.
Just
All
a
right.
second.
chuckandboshow.com. Get a $250 gift card. All you got to do is enter your email. And somebody's going to win.
Yeah, what's your point?
You want my point?
Yes, I asked for it. Make it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Distribution Solutions Incorporated began providing superior customer service back in 1997 based out of Harrison, Arkansas, and they're supporting our local communities today and always looking for professional OTR drivers. DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people, and when you work with DSI, it feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters. If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters. Hey, it's Bo. I recently got engaged, and Ben Blakeman helped me out. You told me the Purple Bag's undefeated.
The Purple Bag is undefeated, Bo. And not only are we where Arkansas gets engaged, but it's where our boy Bo got engaged.
I sure did, and now it's on to Christmas. What do we do now?
Purple Bag under the tree, Bo.
Take it to the next level with Blakeman's and my friend Ben. He hooked me up, and he can help you out too.
Let Blakeman's make this Christmas truly exceptional. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, because brilliance begins here.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
He's Chuck Barrett.
He's Bo Mattingly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I just want to say we need to appreciate Boy a little more because Boy know what the hell he's talking about. Boy, too bad, boy.
The Chuck and Bo
Really
Show.
good points from you, Chuck, on Clay's column with what Silverfield's done as a head coach from a turnover perspective, and it's a polar opposite, a huge way, from what Arkansas has been dealing with the past few years.
I've just been astonished, and I'll be honest. I've been astonished at how much Arkansas has turned the football over.
I can't believe what we saw.
Yeah.
And people would call and they'd be like, "Why don't they do ball security drills?" And you're like,
They do.
They do.
They do. Watched them do it. But that is such an important statistic. I mean, it is. You can correlate turnover margin with winning and losing, and I mean that's just such an important stat. And he's done very well in that area.
Here's Tim Cramsey, offensive coordinator on the Razorback Daily podcast.
Lack of effort is going to get me. I always say repeated missed assignments are going to get me, and then ball security is going to get me. Those are three things that's gonna hit that switch to turn you into a different coach, you know. But you know that's the stuff that wins and loses football games, which is why that's something we're going to preach to the offense here. Coach is going to preach it to everybody in the program. We focus in on things that flat out win or lose football games. Period.
Let me ask you a question, not you, but just you, the listener, you the Arkansan who's having a cup of coffee or getting ready or already in your vehicle this morning. Are you excited? Are you excited about what might happen with Ryan Silverfield? Because I am. I'm kind of excited. I love seeing. You said earlier, Chuck, and I was with you on I thought, hey, if you're going to go get somebody that hasn't been a coach at this level, just give Petrino the job. Like, let him. And I think Petrino would be fine. But now that we've moved on from that, and you start seeing how people can rally around something new. You get some new energy. You get somebody who is, hasn't reached, that level maybe that Petrino was at one point, and they're hungry, and they're tireless, and it's the biggest job they've had. But they've also had success in the ways that you've talked about before. There's just a new energy around football right now. That's today. It's December 18th. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just saying, as I watch things unfold, there's an excitement to it for me.
I think for some, excited might be too strong a term, but I don't think they're necessarily as angry as they were before. They got a wait-and-see attitude. But you know what? When you go 2-10, getting to wait and see, that's easy. That's easier said than done. For a lot of people, you hadn't won a ball game since September 6th. And you're going to get excited? That's a big leap. That's a leap of faith right there. So I think for a lot of people, they're further along than maybe they were. They're not maybe to the excited stage yet. But I do think that, and you said something there that resonates with me. And I'm in my 60s now, but I do think it was time for them to go younger. I think that was in order. It's not to say that an old coach can't win. I mean, Van Horn and Calipari, both in their 60s, and I'm not knocking people in their 60s. I'm still trying to do it too. But there is some value there in speaking the language of the players that you're coaching, and I've seen pros and cons to it. Bottom line is, if you're a good coach, you generally are a good coach at 30, and you're still a good coach at 60. But I think in this case, maybe going younger was in order.
Let's go to the road. I-40, Rod is calling in. What's happening, Rod?
Nothing much. You talked about WWW, the worldwide weight. That's like DOS 3.1. That's kind of old.
DOS.
You're getting stuck with going to Lubbock? Man, I'm sorry.
I'm not stuck. It's great. It's going to be a good part of the show.
He's going to have a weekend on somebody else's dime. He's going to walk around, shoot some video, go to a team meeting, go have a nice meal, stay in a good hotel. Life's good, man.
It looked like I dropped a load of plate tin there one time, and it was a dirt road. I kept waiting for two gunfighters to come out each end of the street and mow each other down, right?
Yosemite.
I've been worse places. Yeah, I've been worse places, but I can count them on one hand.
I haven't been to Lubbock in 10 years. I think it's going to be a little different this time.
Yeah. You know, a new coach is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
You got all the lines.
So I'm not going to get too all fired excited. I'm too old to get excited. Way too tired to get excited.
What's
I
the
can
right
be
word?
excited.
What is the right word? Well, if it's too strong to ask about excited. What is the right word?
Optimistic.
Okay. There you go. That's good.
I have
Are you optimistic?
Optimistic, yes. I am optimistic. Been one of many times. But, yeah, you know, we've got some Razorback fatigue. It's going to have to work through it. You know, maybe counseling or something, right?
Yeah.
Because we've all been stressed. And I love the enthusiasm, the excitement, the youth. I just hope it works out better than a note on a napkin, right?
Yeah.
Got to.
Mm-hmm.
This time, got to be different. I mean, really different. This has got to be something we won't even recognize. So we tried everything else. Why not? We can try this now, right?
Well, the thing you've always got to remember in college sports, no matter who you hire, the answer to all your ills is on the recruiting trail. And it's different now than it was before. You got to have a suitcase full of money when you go out on the recruiting trail now if you're going to reel them in. But that's still where the answers are.
A fistful of dollars.
That's where the answers are. They're out there on the recruiting trail.
877-377-6963. Here's another thing. I was thinking about all these private equity conversations that are happening in college sports. And I was like, what would make Razorback fans feel better about their team? Football. Well, what would make you feel better? Would it be owning a piece of the company? Like, here's a little equity.
We're employee owned.
You know, would it be what would make you feel more connected? We heard some of that. I just don't feel like they pay any attention to us anymore. We don't, you know, what would make you feel, wins make you feel better?
Cheaper ticket prices would make people feel more connected.
Would it really?
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
That's the number one thing I hear.
Really?
Yes, absolutely, bar none. Ticket prices.
Yeah.
Basketball, football, everything. That's the number one thing I hear from people. It's how much it costs to go to games.
Can we afford to be good?
I don't know. That's a really good question.
It really is.
And I don't know the answer to that.
It's a really good, you know, like we all want stuff in life, but we can't afford it.
Well, we want other people to pay for it.
Yeah.
I do.
Well, you know.
I mean, I'd like to have nice stuff and somebody else pick up the tab.
Is there a day that goes by that you don't drive by a house and be like, man, that's a really nice house?
I wish somebody buy that for me.
Yeah, I wish somebody would buy it for me. Exactly. No, you say, I can't afford that. And you go back to your house and you're like, I got a nice house. Things are fine. I've got a roof over my head. Like, this is great. You know, and but we look at sports completely different.
Oh, yeah.
Give it to me. Can we afford it? Nelson made the comment earlier that Hunter got ran out of Little Rock for, which was, you know, basically what Hunter said, if, you know, we could find 100 families or whatever it was to give. Nelson said if we could give 1.2 million people to give $30.
I think you said 2.1.
2.1
million.
Whatever. Yeah. We could just do that. We'd have some money to buy some players. But when you say things like that, we all just look the other way and say, all they do is ask for money. So then you have to ask the question, you know, can we afford it? And that is a reality in today's college football, and there's really no way around it. Speaking of affording things, if you're looking for somebody that is going to take care of you when it comes to banking or loans or business accounts, any banking need you have, First Security Bank has more locations throughout the state of Arkansas than we do counties. More convenient locations helping you bank better every day, whether it's a mortgage loan, whether it's a business account, and all the things that come with it to help you stay organized. Log on to fsbank.com for complete details. First Security Bank, member FDIC. First Security is the official bank of the Chuck and Bo Show. It's 7:28. It's Thursday, December 18th. Connor O'Gara coming up at 8 o'clock from Saturday Down South.
Hold on, guys. I'm on the Chuck and Bo Show. Hold on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It's your final chance to take advantage of the end-of-the-year savings at Chevy of Fayetteville. For a limited time, you can shop over 200 new Chevys, all with the biggest discounts of the entire year. You can even enjoy financing rates as low as 0%, making it the perfect moment to upgrade your ride. Don't wait. These deals won't last. Stop by Chevy of Fayetteville and let Mark, Denver, and Chris help you find the Chevy that is perfect for you. Together, let's drive.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Chuck, you've been around a while, and look, I don't mean that ugly, and Bo, you've been around not as long as Chuck.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
What does the future look like? What does this week look like? And can you get yourself out of bed and just get rolling this morning with a smile on your face? Can you stare adversity in the eye?
Boy, you're asking a lot over there, man. I mean, with every question you're posing, I'm like, I don't know if I can do that.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Text lines.
Yeah.
Smoking hot.
I was reading one here that I've heard more than a couple of people ask. Do we need to hire all these coaches? Seems like we're hiring a whole bunch of new coaches. And that's kind of the way it works now in college sports. And it's been this way here more than perhaps we realize. But you go to any college staff now, you got the coaches that you know, and then you've got kind of that staff of people that are there every day and involved in everything, but you don't always familiarize yourself with those names.
Well, right now it is more personnel driven than ever. Okay, recruiting is one thing, but the portal and being able to basically poach a player off any team is a massive undertaking. Like just trying to keep up with who's out there and who could make your team better. And there seemingly are no rules on being able to go after anybody anywhere. So if you're not on top of that and you don't know who these people are, and that takes manpower. Like you can't there's only so much of you to go around as a coach. And I don't think people understand. Like ask me today, and I know we'll all look at the salaries and we'll say, man, I'd like to have that salary. I don't want any part of being a college football coach. Like I don't want that life. I admire the people that do and they love it and their families are in it and all that. But like there is no sleep. There is no rest.
Well,
it is nonstop. You will always leave the office with something that's not done.
Oh, you're right.
And so adding all these people is just part of what all has to be done.
Well, you think about just, use some real world logic right here. It's fashionable to say, well, let's just put one guy in charge of scouting. I mean, this is your deal. You got to know about all these players out there in the portal. There's not enough hours in the day. There's not enough hours in the day to do that. You've got to have a staff of people doing it. To me, when I look at the transfer portal, people talk about, there's too much tampering, too much poaching. Hey, that's the easy part. Going out and stealing a player from somebody else, that's the easy part. All you got to do is outbid them. Now, getting a good player, getting a guy who wasn't somebody else's problem, now that's the trick. You look at the transfer portal gets that a lot of schools, get at the end of the year, you had a bunch of backups and malcontents. I mean, that's what you've done in a lot of cases. You've just taken somebody else's problem off their hands. You got to go get guys who can play. You've got to identify guys who can play, and that's the trick. And it's we say it like, well, anybody can do that. That's the hardest part of the whole deal. You got 1,000 names in there. Who's a good kid? Who's not? Who comes to play? Who doesn't? Who's going to practice hard? Who's not? Who's going to take the money and run? Who's going to give you an effort? Those are things that are hard to figure out, and sometimes you don't know till you get them there. But going out and stealing somebody else's player, anybody can do that. But now identifying a good one, that's a different deal.
Yeah, or somebody that's not just obvious.
Yeah.
It's been a star.
Yeah.
Tampering's the thing. Almost every day I see another coach talking about it. And Jeff Traylor was the latest. And here's a coach's perspective on what's happening in college football with anybody seemingly being able to call anybody about playing for your school next year. This is illegal in the NFL, like massive fines if you did this. It's supposed to not be allowed in college, but there's no ramification for doing it, so everyone's doing it, and everyone's doing it because everyone else is doing it. So here's Texas San Antonio coach Jeff Traylor on what he's dealing with right now.
We'll be a shell of ourselves, but whoever we got out there, we're going to go out there and play the best we can. It's just the numbers so big, and with all the tampering, all the agents, it's coaches too, it's all of them. Our kids are being numbered they're being promised such incredible numbers. They're getting lured into the portal. I just hope all the things those coaches and the agents are promising they're going to do for my kids. I really hope so. And I hate it because I really want to coach them in a bowl game, but they're getting leveraged out of it. Their agents are telling them that they got to not play in the bowl and they'll get this number if they don't play in the bowl, so it's ridiculous.
How about that? That's what's happening all over college football right now.
Well, and he's in a spot, too, where, they're one of those schools that they're being preyed upon. They're not the predator this time of year. And, you got to feel for their situation right now.
Well, some of those schools that are non-Power 5 conferences that have worked their tail off to put together, a formidable team and go compete, they're just serving the wealthy. They're just like a farm system. They're just like, these guys come and develop a little bit here, and it's like going to the G League before you're in the NBA.
That's the double edge to all this, is you spend all your time and money developing a player, and then somebody else takes him from you and gets his best days. That's and at a school like UTSA, that's going to happen.
So here's the other part, and I saw PJ Fleck talking about this in Minnesota. I don't know how well they're doing at it, but some say they're doing really well. Not only do you got to get your roster, so if you're Ryan Silverfield, and we look at it from Arkansas's perspective, and you go out and get the players you need, and you do the best you can, and whatever that ends up being, and then let's say it works out. Let's say you win 6, 7 games, 8 games, who knows, whatever, next year. Now, right away after you get these players, you then have to have a system in place on how you keep them.
That's right.
So that you don't lose all the guys that help you get to whatever number of wins that'll end up being next year. But you got to be thinking about that from day one. So again, back to the number of people you need on a staff. It's so much different. It's infinitely harder now if you don't have, when I say resources, I'm talking about personnel, people in your facility, in your office, responsible for all this. And one more step, as the head coach, the CEO, you've got to understand all that and have it all set up in your organization now. This isn't just like it used to be. You put a staff together, you recruit, the guys that you have on the roster are still there. Maybe you get rid of a few of them, but by and large, you're just building every year. And this is a whole different deal.
And if you've got a great quarterback, all those things happen real quickly. And that's why I felt like in the offseason, keeping KJ Jackson was probably the most important piece of recruiting that they would do. A great quarterback makes your team better. When your team's better, all those things you're talking about, they just happen naturally. Everything just falls into place. If you struggle at that position and you don't win ball games, everything you just talked about is exacerbated. And that's why I do believe, and I realize there are greater issues than this in terms of what makes a college football program tick. But if you've got a great quarterback, you got a chance, and if you don't have one, you're probably going to lose a lot.
Chevy at Fayetteville Situation Room, changing gears for a second. Do you have the Pro Hog update ready for us?
It's a good one today.
This is about
kind of wild,
a little unusual. As Bart's in the Situation Room, Chevy at Fayetteville, together let's drive. What do you have?
So what I have here is a story, and I'm just going to read you the headline, the lead here. 2 men, including the brother of Rams wide receiver Puka Nacua, were arrested over the weekend after allegedly taking Los Angeles Lakers forward Adu Thiero's SUV without his consent.
That LA lifestyle, man, it'll get you.
Deputies were called to the one hotel in West Hollywood after the vehicle was tracked to the hotel. There, the suspects had valeted the car and entered the hotel.
They just borrowed his car.
Yeah.
It's unclear where or
That's
when the SUV
right
was stolen.
That is giving zero cares right there.
Yeah.
I mean, really?
Puka Nacua's brother stealing.
That's that NBA life. That's the brother of an NFL star.
Yeah.
Brothers.
That's so. It's just pro sports in LA, man.
Let's go jack an NBA player's vehicle.
Well, you read about these guys that all their homes are being robbed while they're playing games. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah.
And
we had with Joe Burrow, right?
Yeah. What's happened to a lot of them? It's happened to a lot of these pro players. In
that
fact, it's happened
this past weekend.
Yeah, it's happened so much that when it does occur now, it's like, well, I see where that happened again. It's kind of lost its novelty,
It's Christmas, man.
I guess so.
People got to gather
sports
things.
pirates.
Some people do Amazon. Some people,
Some people rob athletes' homes.
I'm telling you, when that package gets delivered in the middle of the day, you're out of town. You're like, what do I do? How do I get that thing in the house? And then you let the wrong person in the house, and you lose a lot more.
I know.
Tough.
What happened, Edward?
Jeffrey Simmons, Titans Jeffrey Simmons, his home was robbed while he was playing in California.
Yeah.
Against the 49ers.
Yeah, it's
Well, you got to hire
They
security.
know where you
man.
are when you're in the NFL. They know when you're away from home.
That's the way Bo is. Every morning, 6
that's
to 9,
right.
he's got
Oh,
security
yeah.
guarding his compound.
Absolutely. The compound. Yeah.
Over at the Mattingly compound.
What are we watching tonight? Macadoodles brings you what to watch. Macadoodles, the best place to go for your holiday party. More selection, the best customer service, competitive pricing, great allocated section, wine tasting open to close every day. Every Wednesday, it's 15% off every bottle of wine in the store. You'll find them north of the state line in Pineville, just north of Bella Vista, West Siloam Springs, and guess who in Bentonville? What are we watching?
So we have an actual good Thursday night football game tonight. It's a rarity for the Thursday night game. Rams and Seahawks, 11-3 Rams,
Puka Nacua.
11-3 Seahawks. Yeah, Puka Nacua, his brother probably not going to be in attendance at this one.
I don't know.
So that's at 7:15 on Prime. We have another bowl game with some Arkansas ties. It's the Xbox Bowl.
That's a bowl.
At 8 o'clock on ESPN2, the Arkansas State Red Wolves.
Oh, they got Xboxes. Arkansas beat them like a drum.
Yeah.
This whole team gets Xboxes, and Arkansas, they hadn't won a game since September, what? 6th?
Yeah.
Since
Against
that game.
ASU, they beat
Yeah.
them 50-something to
Yes.
13.
Oh, mercy.
Arkansas State against Missouri State.
The Fighting
Now
Petrinos
that's
tonight
in the
against
Xbox
ASU.
Bowl.
Did they stick around to coach the bowl game?
Nick's the acting head coach.
interim head
I think
coach,
LD's
I
there.
want to tune in to see Nick
Bobby's
Petrino
been
stalking
in
the sideline.
practice.
I wonder if Bobby's interim like OC or something.
I'll bet they've talked a little game planning. What do you want to bet?
I think probably just a little bit.
I mean, I would think so.
You want to talk about the family business? That is the family business right there. I'm sure. I'm sure Coach Bobby's had a. I'm sure he's had a hand in some
If you're
of
a
this.
Razorback fan, who are you cheering for in the Xbox Bowl?
They're
tonight?
going to go for
Are
the
you
Petrinos,
Are you
man.
cheering for Arkansas
They're
State,
going
or are
for
you
Missouri
cheering
State.
for Missouri State?
What is it? Is it Wolves up? Is that what they say? They say
don't know.
Wolves.
Now, where is the Xbox Bowl?
Yeah, well, I was
did you
wondering
say?
Frisco?
Oh,
Frisco?
is it at the Star?
It's at the Star.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I've
Well,
not
there
been
you
to
go.
the
That's
Star.
what to watch.
Yeah.
What
That's
time is it
exciting.
again?
8 o'clock. I don't know why it's kicking off at 8 o'clock.
By the way, if you missed it, the women's basketball program won last night.
Beat UMKC.
Did you say they surpassed their number of regular
Kangaroos.
season wins?
Matched.
Matched it.
The
10. They're
Kangaroos.
10-3.
UMKC.
Good for them.
Kangaroos.
Bonnie D's had 14 points and, wait for it, 16 rebounds.
That's a night's work.
It's a school freshman record. Isn't she a guard?
And 7 assists.
Wow. That's
16
filling up the
rebounds
stat sheet,
for
as
a
they say.
guard.
She's a freshman.
Yeah,
She's really
she's
good.
a freshman.
Freshman school
she
record, her
plays-
career high.
She plays for the Australian national team.
Hey, your good guards are going to get
Kangaroos.
Also Kangaroos,
Yeah.
yes.
your good guards are going to get 5-6 boards now because of all the long rebounds. You know, in the 3-point era, these missed threes, you're going to have you're going to have a lot of long rebounds. You're going to have guards getting rebounds, turning up the floor, and going.
Hey, it's National, by the way, we got to hit a break. It's National Regifting Day. So there's an idea for you.
Yeah.
Chuck and Bo Show, good morning. You guys are part of my family. Everyone that listens to this show is just part of the Chuck and Bo family. We're building a community here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yingling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yingling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicher Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicher Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Imagine every sip and bite feels like you're celebrating the finer things in life. Chef Shiloh and the bartenders at Tusker's Tavern in Fayetteville have just dropped new menu items celebrating a cocktail culture and culinary craftsmanship. Daily happy hour, 5 to 6:30, 20% off wine by the glass and $5 local draft beer. And for fun, they've created Unhappy Hour, Monday through Wednesday from 9 to 11 p.m. with the same specials. It's Tusker's Tavern at the corner of Mission and Crossover in Fayetteville.
The nation's best home court advantage lives inside Bud Walton Arena. The Razorbacks are back inside the Basketball Palace of Mid-America, and Coach Calipari and the Hogs need you there and need you loud all season long. A limited number of single-game tickets are available right now. Just head over to ArkansasRazorbacks.com and purchase yours today.
I want to see you and Bart in the old three-legged race.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Let me just...
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bart's over there fact-checking. Kind of ruined...
Just ruined the whole day for me. Has everything I've said on this show been fact-checked?
This would not have happened. This would not have happened.
Have you gone home and fact-checked everything I've said?
No.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Chuck, I don't know how to say this, but I love you, and I'll see you soon.
Well, my love for you is deep as well.
Get my daughter and take her to school, and it's off to the state cheer comp, and you're headed to New York, and we're going to go through the holidays, and I'm not going to see you until, I don't know, next year.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean,
later
who
this year.
knows? Who
I
knows?
don't know.
We might not ever see each other again.
We might not.
You never know.
That's why I said I love you. I don't say that very often.
I
to you.
understand.
I say it to others, but not to you.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to get it out. John and Rogers. John, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, John.
Hey, and this is kind of a question for both of you guys, actually. So I was there, Chuck, whenever you introduced Silverfield, as coach, and I watched the Hog Pod, Bo, with you and him as well, on Hogs Plus, and kind of the question I wanted to ask you is, like, how do you feel about his sincerity as a coach? Because we can talk all day about what we think is going to happen next season, and
I think he's sincere. I think he's sincere. To answer your question, I think he's sincere. I haven't heard anything from him that I would view as insincere. But
I get the question.
I understand where you're
PJ
coming
Fleck
from.
gets the same kind of question, and we're short on time here, John. So we're going to just get right to the point. When you got a really high energy guy, some people are like, "Is that even real? Is that fake?" I've seen that happen a bunch with PJ. Hey, Ryan Silverfield, that's who he is.
Yeah.
And I'm not just going based off conversations with him. I'm going based on all the conversations of all the people that have worked with him over the years that have said that.
I think that's a fair assessment.
So it's a good question. It's not an unfair question. Catch Chuck and Bo on demand wherever you get podcasts or YouTube, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this. Woodhouse Spa is making the holidays easier and more relaxing. Give the gift of calm. Woodhouse delivers a customizable spa experience with every service tailored to your needs. And Woodhouse Spa gift cards are as meaningful as they are effortless. You can pick them up online at rogers.woodhousespas.com. Or if you go in person and spend $250 or more, you'll receive a special holiday gift while supplies last. Woodhouse Spa Rogers in Pinnacle Hills or online at rogers.woodhousespas.com. Need help growing your brand with strategy and creativity? At Vanquish Marketing, the mission is simple. Help businesses grow with clarity, kindness, and excellence. They don't just run ads or manage campaigns. They come alongside brands as a true partner. By creating data-driven marketing funnels and building strategies that scale, they equip their clients for long-term success. Guided by their core values, they know growth is about more than transactions. It's about people. Visit vanquish.marketing to jumpstart your brand today.
Donuts, Red Bull, and lottery tickets. I mean, how could you want anything
Courtesy
more?
of the Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
If you're looking for one of these shows that just sort of eases into it in the morning, you're not quite awake for this. I mean, you might just start picking us up around 6:30 because we just dive right in.
Well, I've been up a while.
I'm not sure I'm ready for it. I'm talking to the person listening right now that their alarm goes off with the Chuck and Bo show.
Yeah.
By the way, that's half of America. I don't know if you've seen the ratings. That's half of America.
Astronomical.
It's Chuck and Bo, Fox News, and then whatever else.
And it's close at the top. Don't kid yourself.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
That was an interesting question John posed right at the end of the last hour, and an interesting answer that Bo gave. And I want to get back to that a little bit later in the 8 o'clock hour. Glad you're with us a week from Christmas. And the college football playoff begins on Friday night. Connor O'Gara covers the college football game for Saturday Down South. Nobody really does it better. Connor, thanks for being with us, and I hope you're well today.
Gentlemen, good to be here.
Now, I got to ask you first. Let's just start in our backyard. What are your thoughts on Ryan Silverfield, the hire of Ryan Silverfield, and maybe what's happened since?
I think the biggest question with Ryan Silverfield moving forward is going to be alignment. And I don't think that there's any secret about that. It's the most popular word probably in Fayetteville these days if you did a word cloud. And I do think that there's going to need to be a proof of concept for him to fully get that. I don't think it's fair to judge the year one situation that he's walking into knowing that there's going to be, I think, still probably a pretty significant amount of turnover in the portal. I don't necessarily look at the hires that have been made so far and think, oh my gosh, that's destined to turn it around in year one in the way that I have with some of these other SEC vacancies that have been filled. So I think you need proper context to be able to judge Ryan Silverfield. Does he step in and all of a sudden start winning some of these close games? Then we can start to have those conversations about what that alignment looks like. But, you know, Arkansas is in such a unique spot because of all the transfer portal turnover that we've seen over the course of the last 3 years. And to me, you need to see that actually have a full year worth of games and then see what that looks like on the other end for me to feel any specific way. So I'm going to do kind of the unpopular thing and reserve judgment. I try not to judge year one coaches too much, and I feel like he deserves a little bit of that grace, especially knowing that they weren't going to go out there and sign this Avengers of a coaching staff.
You know, every fan base out there whose team's trying to dig out of a hole is going to cite Indiana and Texas Tech and say, well, if they can do it, why can't we do it? Can you do something like that in the SEC? Can it be done?
I don't necessarily think so in the same sort of way. Now, you know, I think the Texas Tech situation is so unique because of Cody Campbell, because of the Big 12, and they essentially made this move at this time. Like, if you've read the piece that Shahan Jayaraja wrote for CBS Sports in the offseason, they essentially capitalized on this window wherein revenue sharing wasn't taking over the sport. There was questions about how you were going to be able to regulate portal spending, and they basically said, let's just see what we can do in a conference that's super winnable right now, and it's working even better than they thought. I mean, the goal of this thing, you know, for what Shahan reported was that they just wanted to be able to get to the Big 12 championship. They didn't think, hey, we'd be potentially, you know, looking at us as a second-tier national championship contender. So I think it's so unique. I think it's tougher to do that, obviously, in the SEC. And look, I'm an Indiana graduate. Mm-hmm. So to say that this has surprised me would be the understatement of the century. Having the right coach in there who has done just a whale of a job over the course of the last 2 years, I mean, you can't say enough about it. But in a unique way, Clark Lee is kind of doing that and is kind of doing the thing that Curt Cignetti has done. Now, he did it as someone who wasn't necessarily arriving. He was on the hot seat when he made this migration, bringing over these New Mexico State players and doing essentially what Curt Cignetti did with bringing over those James Madison players. But it's just different context, and, you know, it yielded a 10-2 season, a Heisman runner-up season for Diego Pavia. So it's so much easier said than done, and it takes an army. But I wouldn't say that it's impossible, just probably not to the lengths that Indiana and Texas Tech have done it.
You used that word alignment a minute ago, and you're right. That's come up a lot around here and a lot of places too. It's an easy word to say. It's a really hard thing to pull off, and personality has a lot to do with it. Do you see that around college football, that a lot of times it's the strong personalities that come in and can really take hold in a hurry?
Yeah, I mean, I hate to just make this all about Indiana, but it is one of these stories of the year, maybe the story of the year in college football. One of the reasons why Curt Cignetti was able to look at the Penn State job and go, nah, I don't really need to make a move like that at this stage of my life when I'm 64 years old, they upped his assistant pool to $11 million a year. And it was really comparable to what Ohio State had. And if you're trying to figure out in this day and age, where's the best situation for me? Where do I feel like I can actually have a staff where they don't have one foot out the door, and I feel like I can actually build the type of personnel that I want here? Alignment's everything. It just is. I think what's so telling is when you see players that are in good standing hit the portal. And I do think that, if you're at a place like Arkansas, retention is going to be the other key word with all of this. If you have guys that emerge, you want to see that they're staying there, and you want to see that you don't feel like you're losing them on a year-in, year-out basis, and that's so much easier said than done. But, alignment is having that coaching staff, too. I think that's such a big part of it, and I think that we're going to need to kind of see how that plays out in Fayetteville for us to feel like, all right, this is a program that's truly all in with football, despite what we heard from Hunter Yurachek during this kind of long, winding road that it led to Ryan Silverfield becoming the next head coach.
You think Silverfield's a fit? That's a popular word, too, is fit. How does a guy fit? Do you think he's a good fit here?
I mean, here's the thing that I struggle with a little bit here, because I don't want to say definitively no. I think it's too early for me to say that. You need to see how this actually plays out. This is someone who's got so much experience in these one-score games. Like, he's coached in, I think, the fourth most one-score games in the 2020s. This is someone who obviously has a track record as a head coach. And, say what you want about, like, Sam Pittman and his deficiencies, but, like, that was one of them, was that he was a first-time head coach. What I think is going to be so interesting to see is how he handles a rebuild. He's never handled a rebuild. He wasn't in a rebuild situation at Memphis. Mike Norvell gets credit for the rebuild at Memphis. It was really kind of Justin Fuente, and then he turned it over to Mike Norvell. And then Ryan Silverfield did a really good job of making sure that floor did not fall below the level that it should have at a place like Memphis, where they were going to be recruiting at the top of the group of 5 levels. So what does it look like knowing that you've got a lot of that roster that you're going to have to turn over? And yes, you bring over some of your coaches from that staff, but I think to me that's the biggest question I have about fit. Fit was something that Sam Pittman did early on. He was ready for the rebuild. He was wired to be able to clean up the mess left by Chad Morris, and so it made him a great fit in those first 2 years. I don't necessarily think it's a given that we understand how Ryan Silverfield is going to check that box until we see what it looks like, until we see the roster that's on the field in 2026.
Yeah, that's a good point. What'd you make of all the LSU stuff? Kiffin, the whole deal?
Man, I was ready to say that Lane Kiffin has truly entered a new chapter in his life, and he's found peace in Oxford. I didn't think he would leave. I can't believe he left in the most Lane Kiffin way possible. I truly can't. And it's one of those things that, like, when you try and understand every element of this, the most basic understanding of it is that Lane is still the same person that he's always been. He just actually now cares what people think of him, and that's why this exit was so messy at Ole Miss. I think he truly cares what other people think of him, and that's why, he's worried about how this is going to look with Ole Miss players, and he's not just the savage guy that he was when he left USC when he left Tennessee for USC, but he's now trying to make sure, like, he was almost too concerned with not burning those bridges that he didn't realize he was actually burning those bridges in Oxford with the way that he went about this. He still lacks self-awareness, which is the problem. So, look, this is someone who's never coached in a conference championship as a head coach. He's never coached in the college football playoff as a head coach. And the irony is that after this weekend, Pete Golding's going to have one more game in that department than Lane Kiffin will. So there's still questions about what it's going to look like for him. Someone that's had 3 teams start off in the top 15 of the AP poll, and those teams ended up 23 and 14. None of them played for a national championship. What's it going to look like with those year in, year out expectations at LSU? Those are questions he still has to answer, and it's championship or bust. It's as simple as that.
Aside from LSU getting their man, so to speak, who did the best in the SEC hiring head coaches? What do you or hiring a head coach? What do you think?
I love Alex Golesh. I realized that up until a few days before that was announced that he was going to Auburn, there were a whole lot of Arkansas fans who were ready for the Alex Golesh era to begin. So I would have been a huge, huge fan of that hire. It's something that I've been banging the drum for since the middle of last season, and I think he's exactly what Auburn needs. You know, I talk about questioning whether or not Ryan Silverfield is built for a rebuild. Alex Golesh has kind of done nothing but rebuilds. I mean, he did a rebuild at USF. They were 4-29 in the 3 years before he arrived. He was part of a rebuild at Tennessee. They overhauled that offense almost overnight when it was a disaster under Jeremy Pruitt, and he was the primary play caller on Josh Heupel's staff. The rebuild that he even did with Matt Campbell at Iowa State, like he was the recruiting coordinator who got Brock Purdy on board and was a huge part of that turnaround there before he ultimately got promotions to go elsewhere. So I just think Alex Golesh is wired the way that Auburn needs it after 5 consecutive losing seasons for the first time since, the Harry Truman administration. So I loved that hire. I don't know that he necessarily is going to lead them to a national championship and all these places, but Auburn needs consistency. It has lacked consistency during this very chaotic last 2 decades that they've had, and I think he gives them that level of consistency. As long as they don't get in his way and kind of micromanage this from the top like Auburn's been prone to do, I think Alex Golesh is, in my opinion, the second best hire in the SEC.
Speaking with Connor O'Gara, Saturday Down South. Connor, what about Michigan? What in God's name is going to happen at Michigan?
Your guess is as good as mine. This is messy. I can't believe that there are people that are still under the impression that Ward Manuel is going to make this hire. And if he does, then that says everything you need to know about Michigan, because they need a clean break in every possible way. I don't know when they're going to be able to make a hire, because I think there's an internal investigation that's going to have a huge say on what happens with all of this. We're talking about, a relationship that obviously was the undoing for Sherrone Moore, an internal relationship. And I do think that any coach that's walking in there has to know what they're getting into and has to understand there could be some real punishments that come of this. And if you're going to poach someone that's on like a $9 million or $10 million a year salary, why would they leave? Like, why would Kenny Dillingham look at that situation and just sign up for it somewhat blindly without clarity on all this? So they can keep throwing around all these big names. They can say, oh, Kalen DeBoer, we're going after him. No, to me, Brian Kelly actually makes the most sense when you consider, the level of desperation that can be there on both sides. So I think this is all so unbelievably messy, and anyone that sells this as this clean, unbelievable job opening, to me, just is not looking at the entire picture.
I wonder if they'll end up with a bridge guy, so to speak, someone who's there 1 or 2 years until the guy that's going to save them comes in.
Yeah, the problem, though, is Sherrone Moore was the bridge guy.
Yeah.
He was the bridge guy for the previous –
That's true.
Like, the whole previous regime at Michigan was a disaster. It was a mess. I mean, all you need to know about this, like Matt Weiss had his house raided by the FBI. Jesse Minter was a guy that was considered a candidate for this job to fill Sherrone Moore's vacancy. And then you remember, oh, yeah, wait a minute, that's the guy. He's with the Chargers. He's doing great things. He's got a show cause. Jim Harbaugh went to the NFL because he wasn't welcome back in college. Like, there are still so many pieces of this Michigan regime in the first part of the 2020s that, yes, they contributed to a national championship, but they still have a huge stain all over it. And so for them to like try and get the bridge guy after Sherrone Moore was the bridge guy, to me, it's just, it would be delaying the inevitable. Maybe that's going to be their only option with all this, but you're right, man. Like, this just could end up being a mess, and they could end up having no other options.
Yeah. Before we go, who wins the playoff? What do you think?
I haven't made an official on-the-record prediction yet. I haven't. I'm kind of tempted to pick Ohio State. Is that weird? Man.
You and a lot of other people.
I don't feel like as many people are on Ohio State right now.
They're still the betting favorite, aren't they? Are they still the betting favorite, Bart? Is Ohio State? They were for a while.
I think it's swapped to Indiana.
Okay, Indiana's the betting favorite now. Go ahead, Connor. I'm sorry.
No, it's back to Ohio State. Sorry.
Ohio State's a pretty heavy favorite.
Okay, so maybe I need to be off of Ohio State. Maybe I need to go back to my home roots and just pick Indiana to win a national championship. Look, in my heart of hearts, as much as I would love to tell you that my alma mater, I think, is going to win a national championship, I do think they have that kind of upside. Make no mistake about it. There's still a little bit something that's holding me back with a program that has not won a bowl game since 1991. I mean, just a crazy thing to say out loud. But I do think that Georgia is the team that I'll probably end up going on record with. I think they're rounding into form at the exact right time. I love their offensive identity. I love that they seem to have figured out how to seize moments in these close games, and that's something that Ohio State doesn't have yet in its DNA. Indiana has it. Georgia certainly has it, and has it with that unbelievable talent, a coach that's been there before. So I'm tempted to say Georgia. I really like the path, too, the way that it worked out with them getting the 3 seed and actually ended up having a more favorable path, I think, than Ohio State with the 2. So, maybe let's go with Georgia for now, but put it in pencil, not in pen.
Connor, you do great work, and we appreciate you joining us today. Thank you so much.
Gentlemen, appreciate it.
All right, Connor O'Gara, Saturday Down South. We covered a lot of ground right there. So who wins the national championship? We haven't really delved into that yet. First playoff games tomorrow night. What's today, Thursday? Yeah, tomorrow night.
Alabama, Oklahoma.
You got Alabama and Oklahoma. I know you'll lock it down for everybody tomorrow, but who wins it? I mean, seriously.
The whole
I'd
thing?
go with Georgia, too.
Georgia's
if
my
I was picking one team right now, I'd pick Georgia. But I also have to be honest. I love the SEC. But if Indiana ends up playing Georgia, I've not really looked at the bracket closely. I'm going to pull for Indiana. I've got to admit, that's the story for me. As I watch the college football season unfold, that's who I'm rooting for. They're the flavor of the day for me. I see you nodding, Edward.
I'm rooting for Indiana.
All right. Well, that's all I was looking for was your affirmation.
Yep.
Right there. Me and Edward are rooting for Indiana. I know Bart's
Go
not.
Hoosiers.
Yeah, Bart's not.
I bet Georgia several weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for Georgia.
I do think
Georgia or Ohio State will win it, but
Yeah.
I'm rooting for Indiana.
I'm the same way. All right, 877-377-6963. This is the Chuck and Bo Show. It's 8:19. Good morning.
I don't know if anybody else is having fun, but this is a blast for me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, it's Bo. I recently got engaged, and Ben Blakeman helped me out. You told me the Purple Bag's undefeated.
The Purple Bag is undefeated, Bo. And not only are we where Arkansas gets engaged, but it's where our boy Bo got engaged.
I sure did, and now it's on to Christmas. What do we do now?
Purple Bag under the tree, Bo.
Take it to the next level with Blakeman's and my friend Ben. He hooked me up, and he can help you out too.
Let Blakeman's make this Christmas truly exceptional. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, because brilliance begins here.
It's your final chance to take advantage of the end-of-the-year savings at Chevy of Fayetteville. For a limited time, you can shop over 200 new Chevys, all with the biggest discounts of the entire year. You can even enjoy financing rates as low as 0%, making it the perfect moment to upgrade your ride. Don't wait. These deals won't last. Stop by Chevy of Fayetteville and let Mark, Denver, and Chris help you find the Chevy that is perfect for you. Together, let's drive.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Hey, I'm sorry if this makes too much sense. I am more than happy to hear where I'm off on this.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you in the holiday spirit yet?
No, I'm not. And I don't think it's a shortcoming. I'm not trying to get there. It's just that, like, the week will come and it'll happen organically.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, it's about to happen. I mean, Christmas week's at hand now. That was an old clip, by the way, too. I was not in the holiday spirit then. I'm very much, as you guys can tell, in the holiday spirit now.
You're there?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
As there as I'm going to New York for crime. I'm going to go look at the tree at the Rockefeller Center
Big
tonight.
tree.
How can you not be?
Chuck's going to go ice skating.
No,
tonight.
that is one thing that is not going to happen.
Will you vlog your trip to Christmas to New York for us?
No, last year we went up there, and I think there was one or two pictures that made it home. Yeah, but no vlogging.
We need a little clip-on camera to the front of your shirt just to see, like, Chuck's point of view in New York.
Yeah, like the Chuck cam.
Yeah,
Chuck
cam.
As I walk through Times Square.
Mm-hmm. That's what we need.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I thought Conor O'Gara was pretty good. What'd you guys think?
I did too. You know, I think there are two. I wrote down two things coming out of that conversation. Well, three things really, but two words: alignment and fit.
Yeah.
And I think those are going to be, those are going to be the keys, right? Fit is such a big deal. That's if somebody's not the right fit, it's like Brian Kelly, for example, at LSU, not the right fit. That was just not going to work. It was doomed from the start. You have to have that right fit to even have a chance. And then, you have to be aligned. Everybody has to be aligned from the chancellor to the board to the athletic director to the coach to the fans. Everybody has to be aligned in the vision. Arkansas hasn't had that for a little while. Will there be alignment moving forward? If you have fit and you have alignment, you're going to have a chance to have success. It's not a guarantee, but without it, you're never going to have success.
Well, I hear that, and you're right. I'm still not quite sure what fit and alignment really means. And this was where I was I was going coming out of this. What does fit mean? Does it mean you're Ed Ogeron and everybody can understand you and they're the only people that can? Does it mean that your wife grew up in Arkansas or she's got family over on the eastern side of the state? Does that make you a fit? Yeah. Because you grew up 2 states away and you played in the same conference when you were in college, does that make you a fit? I don't know the answer to that.
No, that's great.
There's what we on the outside look at and say, that's a fit. He's just like us. But football-wise, maybe on a totally different page. Yeah. Not even in the same book.
I honestly don't know if a single one of the hires made by SEC teams this coaching cycle is a fit. I just have no idea. Like Lane Kiffin does not feel like a fit at LSU to me. Alex Golesh does not feel like a fit at Auburn. John Sumrall does not feel like a fit at Florida. Maybe more than any of the others. I don't know. But is Will Stein a fit at Kentucky? I have no idea. Eric Morris seems like a good fit at Oklahoma State because his vibe, the way he coaches, the way like his teams play seems to fit what Oklahoma State has always been about when they've been successful. But I look around the country. Is James Franklin a fit at Virginia Tech?
I have no idea.
I
have no idea.
See, so weird to me.
But that is the word.
But he was a fit at Penn State, and they got rid of him.
Well, if you're a good coach, you're going to fit in anywhere, is my point.
Sure.
And if you're a bad coach, you can sound just like the guy 3 doors down, but you're still going to have a 3-9 record at the end of the year, and you're going to get fired.
Right.
And we've had people here that sound just like the people we grew up with. And when they don't win enough games, we run them off just like anybody else.
That's right.
And so does every other fan base in America. Alignment is another one of those words that I got to be honest with you. I don't know if you're ever going to be fully aligned on anything. And furthermore, I don't know if you ought to be. I don't know if you ought to be in lockstep all the time. I think that, for example, and I said this a little bit earlier, I was nostalgic for the old days when Petrino was named the interim head coach. Of all the people in that building, I thought he knows our state better than anybody. He's been here before. He knows this place, and he's the one. But as I look at it now, I'm glad we turned the page. I'm glad there's a new infusion of ideas. I'm glad there's new energy. All of those things I'm growing to like. I'll just put it that way. Yeah. But now, whether or not that means everyone's aligned, I have no idea. And again, these are buzzwords, but I'm not exactly sure what they mean. I do know this. If you've got a good quarterback and you win games, you're a fit. If you don't, you're the odd man out, and that's just kind of how it goes. Silverfield's done a lot of things since he's been here that are encouraging to me. And some of the things he did at Memphis are encouraging to me. When we talk about things like turnovers and things like that, that's the difference between winning and losing. If you correct things like that, you win more games than you won before. One comes after the other. Does that make him a fit? Does that make everyone aligned? I know this, if you start the season 3-0, 4-0, everybody's on the same page. If you start the season 1-3, everybody may be on the same page, but they're all against you. And that's just, that's right. That's just kind of, you can unite people winning or losing. I mean, they're going to be equally united no matter what you say about alignment and fit. Hey, John, and this kind of goes with what John brought up a little bit ago. Bo picked up on it right away. I really didn't. John asked about, do you think Ryan Silverfield's sincere? And I'm like, well, I've not heard him say anything that seems insincere to me. And Bo picked up on it right away, and he was right. And some of this is generational. That the energy, that personality. Tends to be a little bit more youthful than what we've had here. But sometimes, and I admit I'm in the age group that sometimes things, the energy stuff goes in one ear and out the other. Maybe it shouldn't. But I do think sometimes when you hear someone speak in that fashion, you do wonder about their sincerity. That's just the way some people are. Yeah. Some people are that way, and I'm going to tell you, if you're going to do that job, you probably need to be that way. I'm encouraged by some of the things. I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm over the moon and, hey, man, let's bring them on. Now, I may say that after next year, and I think, as you go through the process 2 or 3 years from now, you ought to be able to say that. You ought to be able to say, bring them on. We'll play them. I don't know about right now. But I am encouraged by a lot of the things that he's saying. And what we're going to see is in the portal, whether or not they're able to go out and get the players that they want. And then in the spring and into the fall, we're going to find out if the players they wanted are any good. Because there's a lot of guys out there that get in the transfer portal and end up at another school, and they're not any good. They're the same bad player they were at the place before. It's why they weren't playing there. So there's still a lot out there to do, but with every day that passes, I'm a little bit more encouraged. And John, I based on what Bo said and what others have said, I do think he's sincere. I think that's just the way he approaches things. All right, 877-377-6963, 832. This is the Chuck and Bo Show. I know this is an audio medium, and I shouldn't just shake my head, but words fail me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey folks, Chuck Barrett here, the voice of the Razorbacks. And if you're ready for freedom from glasses or contacts, there's only one name you need to know: McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's LASIK, clear lens exchange, or advanced cataract surgery, they've got the solution to help you see your best, no matter your age. Doctors Betts and Mengarelli are the real deal, 2 of the most experienced surgeons anywhere. They've even taken care of my eyes, and now I'm seeing the basketball court crystal clear. I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye, and you will be too.
All right, guys, holiday season's here, and you want to look sharp for photos, parties, and family gatherings. You've heard Bo talk about the Sweatnam Edge, their program built specifically for men, and now is a great time to start your own. Through January 1st, when you buy 30 units of Bro Talks, you get 10 for free. Step into the holidays looking like you just scored the winning touchdown. Call 479-383-2818 or visit SweatnamCosmetic.com to learn more about the Sweatnam Edge.
Kids, there's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
you enjoy fake AI generated stories?
I do.
And getting scammed on the internet?
I do.
Facebook is for you.
That's what I like. That's what I want.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That's like a daily deal now, is you got to figure out what stories are real and what stories aren't. You know, I read a story now, and I have to ask myself, is this a real story, particularly when it's one of these like, oh, so-and-so did something nice, the heartwarming stories. Those are the ones that actually turn out to be false. It's incredible.
Let's find one.
But it happens every day. By the way, I spent the entire break just staring at this web page that you've created for people to enter the contest here.
Yeah.
And you can just stare at this grass just like all day.
Well,
I mean, you just look at it.
It's a nice photo of grass.
So go through all the particulars.
Yeah,
on that.
so
would you mind?
$250 gift card to Woodhouse Spa in Rogers. It's a perfect stocking stuffer for the holiday season. Maybe you just want to treat yourself. Regardless, we're giving one away. And all you have to do is go to chuckandboshow.com, input your email, hit enter, and you're in. You'll get a confirmation email that says you're entered, and that's it.
That's one of those.
It's easy.
That's one of those gifts. If you're a guy, you know, whether you're a husband, boyfriend, whatever, you give that gift of a spa, and it's just got a little bit more thoughtful feel to it than, you know, if you just go out and get them anything. I mean, it's like you're giving them a day to like. Now they don't know that you're also giving me a day. But I'm actually, the appearance is I'm giving you a day, and you can go do your thing.
Yeah,
it's a great prize.
It's a great.
The response has been overwhelming.
The response has been overwhelming, and we look forward to announcing the winner later tomorrow.
Yeah, I was looking at a text a minute ago, and I'll confess, I'm a terrible planner. I mean, there's a reason why I've never been on a family vacation that I've planned. Everyone takes that responsibility away from me. I got a text, where are you going to dinner tonight in New York? You asked me early this morning, where are you going to dinner tonight? I've known for 6 months that we were going up there. All I've been focused on is trying to find the cheapest tickets I can find for the Knicks-Sixers game tomorrow night. And I've been focused on the fact that we're off work next week. Mm-hmm. We're going to have a week off. And it dawned on me when you said that this morning, I've not even thought about what I'm going to do today. I have absolutely zero plans for when we touch down and we get into New York City. I have absolutely no earthly idea what I'm going to do tonight. Now, I know what I'm doing tomorrow, but I have no earthly idea what I'm doing tonight. I'm not working tomorrow. I'm taking the day off. So the greatest city in the world is my oyster tonight.
How about that?
With no time constraints whatsoever, and I have no clue.
You should go to a comedy club.
I have no clue. Well, there's comedy clubs everywhere. But, I mean, are they
good in New York?
Well, I'm sure they are good in New York. There's live music. There's all kinds of stuff going on. We're staying right around the corner from Carnegie Hall.
The winds of New York take you.
Yeah, see, I don't know what to think because it's going to be nice and warm here. We're going to get up there. It's going to be, much different. So, and you guys know I don't like walking around in cold weather.
No, that's true.
So
That's true.
we'll just kind of have to see how it goes.
Might be a subway situation.
Well, it could be. Although, I went back up there. You guys know this. Last May, the Knicks were playing the Pacers in a playoff game, and I wanted to go. I'd never been. So I just decided on a whim I was going to go. And now I know very little about New York City. So I'd stayed in the same place we stayed in basketball because that's the only hotel I knew. And I knew how to walk to the Garden from there. And it was close by, so I stayed there. And then I thought, I'm going to go out and venture around, walk around. And I walked out, and there's just like massive people. And it's truly small town boy goes to the city. And I'm like, what am I doing here? I mean, why am I here? This is ridiculous. I got to get out of here.
Get a dollar slice of pizza from one of the.
I did do that.
Dollar slice?
I did do that. In fact, I got a couple of
dollar
dollar slices.
Grace papaya? A little Grace papaya?
Man.
I didn't do that. But I did do the pizza on the street. I did the hot dog on the street.
Okay.
I did that.
Send me a picture of your dollar slice if you get one when you're up there.
It was more than $1. If I remember right.
Oh.
I think it was more than $1.
Inflation.
I think the dollar a slice is.
I was there last April.
Yeah.
And
well, you're a bargain hunter.
We got $1.
You know, you're a bargain
slice.
hunter.
It might have been $1.50, but it wasn't any more than
As
that.
I say, I'm not as familiar with New York as maybe some, and so I was just like walking around in a daze, and I was hungry. And I did see a street vendor, and I did go for a hot dog, and then I went for some pizza, I think, later, and it was very good. They do know how to do street food.
Yes, they do.
Up there. I'll give them that. All right, back to business. Pulling for Indiana, picking Georgia. Now, here's what I've heard from lots of people. I kind of think this too. If Oklahoma gets by Alabama tomorrow night, and it's not like it would be a major upset if it does. Oklahoma's kind of had, Alabama's number, even going back to Stoops, back in that Sugar Bowl game that time. Oklahoma always plays Alabama well. If Oklahoma gets by Alabama, can their defense get them into the Final Four? What do you think, Bart?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
You think they're that good?
I think their defense.
Who would they match up with if they won Friday night?
Indiana.
Wow. I couldn't pull for him then. It's hard to pull for Oklahoma anyway, but I could not pull for him if they were playing Indiana.
Alabama, just really interesting fact here, has only won one of the last 6 games against Oklahoma.
Indiana? Or Alabama?
Alabama has only won one of the.
I believe that.
6
I believe
Oklahoma.
that. I believe that, and that's why I say. I mean, I think that's a. I think that's a toss-up.
Oklahoma's defense is really, really good. Their offense obviously lags behind, but they don't need to score a lot of points to win a game.
I don't know if they can get by Alabama, but if they can, it'll be interesting to see if Indiana is able to, score the way they have against some of the other teams. All right, we got to hit our final break. We'll do that now. 8:45. This is the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
You really make me want to call you a moron. Not going to do that, but I want to.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yuengling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yuengling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
When something goes wrong, a car wreck, an injury, mounting debt, or getting denied the help you deserve, it's hard to know where to turn.
That's when Cadell Reynolds shows up. This is a team that fights for Arkansans. Personal injury, disability, bankruptcy, they handle it all. And they know how to get results.
You've got enough to deal with. Don't try to figure it out alone.
Call Cadell Reynolds, 866-314-3728, or visit CadellReynolds.com.
Cadell Reynolds, make the right call.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Are your gutters ready for fall? Leaves are coming, and that means it's time to protect your home. At Hogtroff Gutters, they install high-quality leaf guards that actually work. Don't waste money on the cheap guards from big box stores that clog up, and don't get stuck paying triple the price with those big national companies. With Hogtroff, you get the best of both worlds: professional installation, premium aluminum, and stainless steel guards, as well as a 20-year warranty. Give them a call today to schedule your free inspection, or visit hoggutters.com.
There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. And every Wednesday is Wine Down Wednesday. 15% off every bottle of wine in the store, even if it's already on sale. But when it comes to selection, amazing prices, and unbeatable customer service, Macadoodles and Guess Who in Bentonville is second to none. Wine, beer, and spirits. Stock up for your next party, or just stop by and grab your favorite. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville. Distribution Solutions Incorporated began providing superior customer service back in 1997 based out of Harrison, Arkansas, and they're supporting our local communities today and always looking for professional OTR drivers. DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people, and when you work with DSI, it feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters. If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters.
Hold on, guys. I'm on the Chuck and Bo Show. Hold on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I will confess, I've reached the point in my life when my main goal every day is to get home. So once I'm there, it's going to take quite a bit to get me back out.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I am amazed every time we bring up this $250 gift card from Woodhouse Spa and Rogers. Everything just goes nuts. People register. I mean, by the way, we had a text about this. chuckandboshow.com. chuckandboshow.com.
All spelled out.
All spelled out,
A-N-D,
full words,
and
whole deal. And you just enter your email and bang.
Yeah, it's just right there.
You're entered. We could give away movie passes to a closed theater, and people would still call. There's something about giving away something free.
People like to win, Chuck.
I know.
People like to win.
I know.
That's why they want to. They want Ryan Silverfield to win.
I guess that's it. But let's have a little fake news before we leave. What do you say?
Well, this is great. This is great. Some breaking news here from the fake news department, the AI-generated news department. Former Arkansas head coach Bobby Petrino has unexpectedly emerged as the #1 target for Michigan Athletic Director Ward Manuel to replace Sharon Moore with a record-breaking salary that has left fans completely stunned.
And that's just the first paragraph.
That's just, I haven't even clicked on the link
You've not even gotten to the story yet.
I would not click that.
I went ahead and clicked it. Oh boy, this was a mistake.
There's a lot of ads popping up.
Yeah, a lot of ads popping up. I'm trying to see what the salary, it just says a record-breaking salary on the table. It doesn't say what the number is. I just want the number.
$20 million.
Yeah, let's just make it up. $72 million over 3 years for Bobby Petrino at Michigan.
How much?
I literally just made up.
It is incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the stuff that you read on there on a daily basis. Now, some of it is obviously fake, like that.
Shame on the people who liked and interacted with this post.
Well, the best part of it
Shame.
is the graphic right there that
Yeah.
I see. It's like sepia tone. Bobby is standing in the middle in full Michigan gear. It says, "Welcome to Michigan." The big house is in the background. It looks like Remember the Titans or
Bobby
something.
Petrino.
Yeah. I mean, it looks,
new era begins.
It looks legit.
There are people who buy into that. And as we were talking that one day, I mean, we work in this business. And so we, theoretically anyway, have a little bit more of a trained eye in what's real and what's not. But I got to admit, some of them, I can't tell. Bart's evidently found a nugget.
I made the mistake of clicking on the comments on the post. On Facebook.
How many are there?
There are enough. I'm just going to read
people
you.
thought it were real?
I'm going to read you a sampling. All of a sudden, I became a Michigan fan. Bobby Petrino to Michigan. Congratulations. You go get him, Bobby. Wish you had stayed. Good luck, Coach. Pulling for you. Hope you get the job, Coach. Would love for you to have gotten the job at Arkansas. He deserves it. Opposing teams better hope this isn't true. Arkansas let a winner get away. Like,
God
these people
almighty.
are morons. They're morons. What are you people doing?
But again,
What are you doing?
if you don't have the trained eye that, you clearly have, Bart,
no, it's just called being smarter than the average
I
idiot.
understand. Again, stories like this should be obvious, and it amazes me that they're not. But yeah, you're right. Sometimes you see these stories, and you look at the people who shared the story or commented on it, and it's like, I know that guy. I thought he was smarter than that.
That's disappointing.
Well, all right. I'm out of here for a while. You guys are doing this tomorrow. Bart's Locks. You got the lumps of coal ready to pass out. Year-end lumps of
the
coal.
inaugural coal list will be coming tomorrow.
Is my man Sharon Moore going to be on it?
Yeah,
you better have Jim Harbaugh on
he's
there
probably
too.
gonna be there.
All right. Hope everybody has a great Christmas. I won't talk to you till it's over.
Merry Christmas, John.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutopark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda,